To remind you that 60% of sales on Amazon come from independent sellers, here's John from Devil Dog Pet Company.
We run our family business from Sterling Heights, Michigan, but we can reach customers all over the country thanks to Amazon. Good boy.
Shop small business on Amazon.
At Lowe's, this Veterans Day and every day, verified military members, veterans, and their spouses get automatic silver status in My Lowe's Rewards with free standard shipping, plus 10% off eligible purchases with no annual limit. It's one way we honor and give back to those who have served and still do. Learn more now at lowes.com/military. 10% discount can't be combined with another offer. Exclusions, terms, and conditions apply. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right, the current unemployment rate in the United States is 4.3%. But that number might rise if Amazon has anything to do with it. Amazon announced today that they are preparing to lay off 30,000 corporate employees. And then there's Target. They also fired roughly 1,000 of their employees today. And like Amazon, most of these layoffs, they're at the corporate level. So the in-store workers will not be affected yet. Meanwhile, UPS, they're unimpressed. And they would like you to know that just this year alone, in the first 9 months, they fired 48,000 employees. Now, corporate layoffs, of course, are not the only way to lose a job. A man in Massachusetts, he lost out on a job when he referred to a group of ladies as ladies. A man in England, he was fired after bosses printed out 50 hours worth of his online search history. Now, before you assume the worst, it was pretty benign crap. It's just that absolutely none of it was work-related. And then there's a woman in China. She lost her job and her year-end bonus after her cat accidentally sent the resignation email that she wasn't so sure that she wanted to send. She had typed it up. She was really debating this. And here's the irony. She has 9 cats, and she does not like her job, but the reason she wanted to keep her job is because she needed money specifically to feed her 9 cats. And then one of them went, send, and she lost her gig. But look, however you lose a job, bills still need to pay, so you go out there and you get yourself another job. And chances are that cycle is going to repeat itself at least a couple of times in your life. That's just how things go. But that's what we're talking about today. All those different jobs that you've had, whether you liked them or not, whether they paid well or not. You got to work because you got to pay bills. So today's question, we want to know, how many different places have you worked, and what were your best and worst jobs?
To be a part of the big show, call 206-803-ROCK. Like the Men's Room on Facebook, follow us on X and Instagram at Men's Room Live. Send your emails to the Men's Room at KISW.com. And now watch the show live on YouTube at KISW Rock.
In communities across the country, hourly Amazon employees earn an average of over $23 an hour, with opportunities to grow their career and their paycheck. Learn more at aboutamazon.com.
At Lowe's, this Veterans Day and every day, verified military members, veterans, and their spouses get automatic silver status in My Lowe's Rewards with free standard shipping, plus 10% off eligible purchases with no annual limit. It's one way we honor and give back to those who have served and still do. Learn more now at lowes.com/military. 10% discount can't be combined with another offer. Exclusions, terms, and conditions apply. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
Coming at you live from Auto Trader, here's New Car Energy.
They're searching inventory. You can make a budget for your wallet to help you succeed. It's smarter car shopping just for
Find
you.
your next ride at autotrader.com, powered by Auto Intelligence.
Is your business ready for what's next? Think about where you want to be in 3 years, 5 years, 10. Growth isn't about numbers. It's having the right specialist by your side. Moss Adams and Baker Tilly have joined forces to create a remarkable new organization. It's one advisory firm with resources, expertise, and vision built specifically to serve the middle market to help you get to what's next. Learn how Baker Tilly can help your business pursue its vision of success. Visit bakertilly.com/combo.
Oh, but y'all, away we go. Welcome to the 20th anniversary season, episode number 4,417. What a large and in charge program we have for you today. Guaranteed future repeat. That is a fact. The exciting return of Sit and Spin today. Taryn Daly and Stephen Miggs joining us from the Daily Miggs Morning Show. And today, get a little spooky. 10 biggest Halloween songs in history. Now, caveat to this is from the Billboard 100.
All right.
So as far as how these songs charted, which Billboard deals with sales.
Yeah,
typically sales of singles and albums as well. But for the most part, the singles kind of play into how they count things up.
So you got to think Thriller, maybe?
Well,
right?
It just depends on how they judge it by title. So, look, if you have a song, your favorite band, Ted the Eagles, or Eagles.
Eagles. It's just Eagles. There's no
Eagles. Witchy Woman.
Witchy Woman.
Witchy Woman.
Is that a Halloween song?
It's about a woman who's kind of witchy.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Running with the Devil.
All right, I got it. So the title.
How do they pick these songs? I'm not sure.
Okay.
Is it based on the word association with things we know? I mean, you could say like Dragula from Rob Zombie would be seemingly Halloween.
In that
themed.
case, anything Rob Zombie does.
Right.
Yeah.
Everything.
Mr. Crowley from Ozzy Osbourne.
Okay.
Is it about Halloween? No, but it's about, Aleister Crowley, who was kind of a spooky dude. So Helter Skelter from the Beatles. I don't know if that fits in or not, but you get the idea of what some of these songs could be. So the 10 biggest Halloween songs in history coming up at 4:30 as we will sit and spin. And we're talking about jobs today. Why? Well, if you've happened to flip through the news lately, I'll give you a couple of the headlines real quick. It says Amazon plans to cut 30,000 jobs amid an AI push. As many as 30,000. Some numbers say 14,000, depending on how they roll this out. They said these firings were set to begin this morning. That's all people really know. I'm sure if you're on the inside of that, you've heard some rumblings,
of course,
especially here in Seattle. Speaking of Seattle, we have, let's see here. What else do we got? Oh, Meta lays off hundreds of AI workers as well.
AI work. Are they being replaced by AI?
I believe they are.
Are you being serious?
I don't.
So the guys that worked on the AI, basically, they trained the replacement.
They're encouraging them to apply for other Meta jobs.
You've been replaced by the AI that you helped develop for our company.
Hey, Starbucks shut down how many locations here in town?
A bunch.
Right. They told all those employees, man, if you want to go work for another Starbucks, put in an application. But, you've already been trained. The problem is there's not that many jobs for the amount of people that were let go at these other locations.
Yeah, they knew that.
So, it's kind of hard to fill that. If you want to move or go someplace else to work for Starbucks, you could do that. Target sends off layoff notices to 1,000 employees as of today.
Are those corporate or in-store?
Those are corporate. So the workers that do the work are not affected by this, but at the corporate level, whatever the hell they do.
Whatever they're doing in Minneapolis. Yeah.
Well, just because, I don't know, I like Target, but every time I go to Target, it seems like they're bare minimum as it is.
Yeah.
Well, you watched the death of Bartell. That was one of the more interesting things I've seen.
Rite Aid bought them, right?
Somebody bought them, and then they just kind of fizzled away. But you just watched the shelf. Everything on there just died.
Yeah,
went away.
You knew what the plan was. They just let it kind of fall into disrepair, and you go, oh, okay.
UPS, mass layoffs. 48,000 jobs have been cut.
This year.
In the first 9 months of this year. The company said the reductions comprised 14,000 roles, primarily in management, along with 34,000 cuts within its operational workforce, which to me is the guys in brown, the guys that you were eating lunch with.
Isn't that your workforce, the operational part?
Yeah. They're pretty strong unions, so that makes sense. A lot of it was management.
UPS and the layoffs are part of a broader effort to cut costs and reshape the company to better adapt to shifting market dynamics.
Just also, people should know, none of these companies are losing a dime.
No, none of them are losing money.
Whenever they say sales are down, it's because they didn't hit their projected goals.
And again,
but they're still making massive profits.
But right, and it's just how you frame things. Hey, man, our sales are down. It's like you made $800 million instead of $1 billion. You are so profitable, it's ridiculous.
So Rivian cut 600 jobs. Why? Because of that $7,500 federal tax credit for EV buyers. They projected they're not going to be selling as many.
Okay,
because that was kind of the incentive to get in on that.
Yeah,
before that thing went away. What else we got? More crap on Amazon.
This is just going to be a fun day.
No, well, we're not going to talk about that. We're just.
Well, no, these are the big ones, and this all hit today. That's the thing. You know, I woke up, I read about Amazon, and then as I'm clicking through, then Target pops up, then Meta pops up. So Amazon's getting all the press, but there's a lot of companies that are doing the same thing right now.
Paramount today laid off 1,000 jobs within the organization. They hope to cut $2 billion from their annual operating budget. They shared it had just under 19,000 employees. Then they merged with Skydance in June. Do we know what Skydance is?
It's another movie production company.
Okay. Ahead of the merger, they had more than 500 employees. Now, the company president says, we do not want to be a company that has to lay off every quarter. So it's going to be
doing all at once.
It's always hard, but we don't want to be the company that every quarter is laying off people. So there's another one. But today we're going to talk about jobs. And one of the more interesting things that I've done, and you did too as well, Steve, today, is try to remember all the places that we worked.
It's more difficult than you would think.
I'll go use the bathroom and go, oh, yeah, there's another one. And I'm sure there are about 4 jobs I'm missing. Or
how many do you have? Because mine right now I have
1, 2, 3,
25.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 right now that I can remember.
You got 16, I got 25. And to be fair, a lot of it was pre-radio, my restaurant days, where you bounce back and forth. But incredibly, out of the 25 jobs, I've only been fired twice.
Well, you know what? It's an interesting...
One time because I did not show up, and the other time because I may or may not have had something to do with money being stolen.
If you get a paycheck, that counts as a job.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. And we were taking away
babysitting, grass cutting, right. unless you're a landscaper. Unless you're
I'm counting landscaping because that was a real job. But I coached one year at JV baseball and got like $1,200.
Yeah,
it's a job.
It's a job.
Right.
It's absolutely a job. Oh, there they go. I umpired baseball.
Yeah,
I forgot about that. Got paid for that. Umpired baseball games. Let's see, but it really is an interesting assignment because you go back in your life and you start from the very beginning. And the first job, that one's easy to remember.
You always remember the first,
and then you start cruising.
Actually, that's not true. I remembered my second job. I always say that Chi-Chi's was my first job. It was not. I had a job at the Baltimore Arena, so I wrote down Chi-Chi's first. Started going down. Then I'm like, oh, dude, you had a job before that.
Right.
Then I thought of another job that I had around the same time. You're right. It's very difficult to go back and
in time
remember.
It starts settling down. You have a job for 5 years maybe or 10 years. And we're also talking about this. Look, man, if you work for, whoever you work for, if you work for, if you're a retail manager and you're working at Target and then, you've worked at Best Buy before that or Circuit City in the world back in the day. Even though it's basically the same job.
But it's different
those are different working places.
And it's different dynamics. I mean, that's what I'm saying with cooking. Like, I cooked it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 different restaurants. Same job, but they were all very
Which one had the best food?
The best food?
When you're working there and you're cooking, you're probably not really that into the food, but I'm sure there's some that were better than others.
The absolute it depends who you ask. So a lot of people would say Commander's Palace. I just disagree because that's a little too foo-foo for me, but Joy America Cafe had very good food. There's a place I worked called Egyptian Pizza. Yes, that was the name of it.
Egyptian Pizza.
Because the dudes that owned it were Egyptian. And I was the only actual U.S. guy that worked there. And I'm working in the kitchen. And there's one day that I'm working at Egyptian Pizza. And I got along with these guys, all right? But the main manager is this guy, Sam. But anytime they spoke to each other, they spoke in Egyptian. That is their native language. So I never knew what they were talking about. So I am cooking, and I hear they're going back and forth about something. I don't know what it is. Sounds kind of tense. But all I kind of hear is, just this good old, Steve, and I turn around. I'm like, did you just say my name? They're like, no, man. I'm like, look, not only did you say my name, but when you said this word that sounds like my name, everyone turned and looked at me.
Right.
He's like, no, man, it was just a word that sounds like Steve. Mm-hmm. I was like, that's a true story.
Summer's Eve.
Is Egyptian different than Farsi?
Bro, you were asking the wrong person. Right. I don't know. I just heard them talking, and like I said, just that one time, I don't know, Steve. Like what?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think I'm at 11.
11 jobs.
You got the liquor store.
I got town hall in there, PJs, door-to-door, landscaping, catering backstage, baseball coach, janitor, basketball camp, paperboy. I forgot I did that one summer with my brother.
Door-to-door sales.
Door-to-door sales.
Right.
I used to DJ bat mitzvahs and weddings.
Oh, shoot.
And then I threw in there, I used to also bartend private parties.
Are you hired? Are you contracted out to do it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if you work in the catering
I forgot
world,
I was a club DJ. Man. Okay, see, this is how this is going to go.
What?
Yeah, of course.
You were a club DJ.
Yes.
I don't know why I think that's hilarious.
Remember the time I told you that I woke up in the morning and that little kid was pulling on my arm. He said, "Do you want to play video games?"
Yeah. Oh, is that how you met her?
Yeah, I met her at the club.
Oh, okay.
Then we went home, and then I didn't know she had a kid, and then I woke up in a trailer with a kid.
I just had sex with your mom, kid.
Yeah. And then,
good call.
We
forgot about working a door at Georgetown.
We started playing video games in the morning. He said, "Are you my new dad?"
Oh my God!
Oh yeah. But then she made great breakfast. That was the club DJ night. Just weird.
Are you my new dad?
Yeah. Oh. I said, "No, I'll be your best friend." I said, "But you got a dad, and I can act like a dad." But I said, "I'm not your dad."
I'm gonna have sex with your mom like your dad.
Did you ever go back and see her again?
You know what? I kept kind of all right. Couple things on this one. The trailer park that she lived in was probably 200 to 300 trailers. It was one of the most sprawling trailer parks in the area.
All right.
I could not tell you.
It was the beautiful one.
I could not. If I drove my car through there, I don't know if I'd know which trailer she lived in.
All right.
And I did
that
not.
Excuse
we did not give each other phone numbers. We just hooked up that night.
Yeah.
And I ended up, going home with her, and I gave her a ride. And I woke up,
gave her to him.
Got home. Figured out my way home. So here's what I got:
sprawling, beautiful.
No, I'm just saying it was just amazing.
No, I hear you, man.
You pull into one entrance.
It was the Manhattan of trailer parks. Dave.
It was huge. They had a pool. They had a tennis court. I do remember that. A basketball court.
As far as trailer park goes, it sounds nice.
Yeah, they had a park for kids, with the playground.
Yeah, they're not all terrible.
No, they're not.
No, not by any stretch. I'm just saying it was just row after row.
But this one's in West Virginia. It's just the sound of it.
You pull into let's say an Arizona housing community. Every single house looks the same.
Yep.
It was like that with trailers. How about that? And they were closer together, so I wasn't exactly sure. They all had porches on the left.
Right.
They all had steps that walked up to them. I don't know where she lived.
I got coffee one day in Scottsdale and could not find my buddy's house.
Oh, really?
So what I'm saying?
You're just walking back like, no.
All the streets look the same. All the houses look.
They're sand colored with the red roof.
And they got the terracotta.
Yeah, so I get what you're talking about. And I had to call. I was lost for like 20 minutes just on this beach cruiser with one cup of coffee. Like, I have no idea where he lived.
Yeah. So here's what I got. Starting at 12 years old, I was a vendor for Mountaineer football games.
All right.
Which was a great job. I've told you guys about that. For a few years, I was a Boy Scout counselor, which means I lived in a tent for 3 months over the summer and taught kids different stuff.
Stop bragging.
Yeah, right. They would come for a week, and then a new group would come in for a week. That's kind of how that went. I worked for an exterminator, termite service, Tri-State Exterminating. Mm-hmm. I was the guy that drilled the holes for termites.
All right.
And then, because I was not allowed to operate those chemicals, the guy who owned the operation, he basically just went and went, squirted in the holes, and then I went and filled the holes up with concrete. That was my job. Worked for Burger King for a grand total of 2 weeks before a scheduling issue forced me to resign from the King. Actually, I was asked to leave. What else we got? I worked for the West Virginia Department of Human Services as a file clerk.
Mm-hmm.
My job was to pull all the files for the cases that day for the individual caseworkers and social workers. There were times where we had to leave because we would constantly be threatened with people coming in and wanting to shoot up the place.
Yeah, of course.
Because someone's child was being taken away or their benefits were not being renewed or whatever the deal was. I worked as a weekend television reporter for WDTV, TV5 in Clarksburg.
I put the D in DTV.
Which is horrible. That was I honestly want to put that up there as one of the worst jobs I've ever had. Yes, absolutely.
Why?
I'm a weekend reporter.
Right.
It's a Saturday night. I go out and I set up a tripod in front of the courthouse in downtown Clarksburg.
Where nothing is happening.
I am reporting on something that happened Friday afternoon. Yep. But I have to be live at the courthouse on Saturday night and do a live shot.
Why does local news do that?
I'm not sure.
Because
that was back in the day.
Well, no, they do it now. You'll turn on the 11 o'clock news, right? And I understand sometimes it has been pre-recorded. Other times they go to a live correspondent who, again, it's 11:15 at night now, and he's standing in front of a dark courthouse to tell us something that happened at the courthouse 6 hours ago.
Sure.
Really, You could just tell us that. You don't physically need to be there. There's nothing happening.
I think now in the age of Facebook and social media, it would have been easier to get better leads to do stories.
Well, sure.
But back then, it was strictly almost like you're combing the papers.
Yeah.
And all those different
Listen to the police scanner.
Yeah. And I worked on Saturday and
you
Sunday.
and the lawyers.
So, my buddy, he worked Friday night high school football. Now, to me, that's exciting.
Yeah.
You get to go to the game of the week.
Sure.
You film it, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You do the scores. People are excited.
Get B-roll, the kids all fired up.
Yeah. But that was the worst because you had an assignment. You had a production assignment director.
Yeah.
So your producer was telling you where to go. So you weren't really in charge of the content. You just had to go where you were told. I worked for the Census Bureau in 1990.
All right.
That was a summer job. Worked selling ads for the Yellow Pages. That was because back then you needed to be in the Yellow Pages.
You absolutely did.
And if you could sell that back cover, or you could sell the inside cover, man, you were.
That's why you always had the lawyers.
You're Dennis. Back then it was like coal companies like Consol Coal and all that crap were spending the big bucks. Then I got into radio in high school, doing promotions work. Then it ended up on air and at a radio station in Morgantown, WAJR and 102 WVAQ, where the Q means variety.
Variety, yes.
Yeah, exactly. Then I worked for WCLG, a rock station in Morgantown, doing overnights. Then moved to nights. Then went to Hagerstown to WQCM to do nights, and then I worked in middays. Then I moved to Annapolis, Maryland, and worked for WRNR, a freeform progressive station, and was a production director. Then I went to 104.3, the Colt Baltimore, which turned into B104.3. Nights, mornings for a long time, 10 years mornings, afternoons. Then I did live 105.7 middays, out to lunch with a group of idiots.
Then it feels unnecessary.
Then I moved to Seattle and worked at 100.7 The Buzz.
Correct.
I did a night show, once again, with a bunch of total
two
idiots.
Yeah.
And then afternoons on KISW. So, and then I was a DJ in a club, and I also umpired baseball games.
All right, I didn't count, working all the different stations in Baltimore.
You have to, because I have JFK, because we started on an AM station.
JFK with you.
Then we went to Live 105. That's when we started working with Miles. And then we moved here and we started working on The Buzz. But I also had WLIF, honestly, because I was convenient to use, because it's on the other side of a wall. And then here, obviously, at KISW. But otherwise, I worked at the Baltimore Arena, scraping gum and boogers off the bottom of seats. That's the most... It wasn't the worst job, because I like the dudes I worked with, but it's the most disgusting job I've ever had, that's for sure. And I always remember scraping stuff off the bottom of the seats and just feeling stuff bounce off of your face and your lip. It's very disturbing. Worked at a wood shop one summer. I'm not a woodsman, but I did have a job there for a while. Chi-Chi's, a place called Paolo's. Do you remember Paolo's? It was another Italian joint.
Yes, I do remember.
Okay, I worked there. Worked at Uno's Pizza. Wayne's Barbecue.
How's Wayne's Barbecue? Can Wayne hook it up?
Wayne can hook it up. He was this real old white Southern dude. He just had the strongest accent you ever gonna hear. And but he was the guy. I'm working as a host one morning, and everyone walking in kept saying they had these smiles on their faces. We were advertising a country breakfast. Whatever.
Is that where that was?
Oh, that's where that happened?
But everyone, and I don't get it. Just everyone keeps smiling, and they're like, "Yeah, we're here for the country breakfast." I'm like, okay. It was just weird because it's happening all day. So when we stop serving breakfast, we're going to switch over to lunch. We grabbed the sandwich board that's out there, and Wayne, the owner of Wayne's Barbecue, he had written a sign. And where it said country breakfast, first of all, he put country in quotation marks. But even worse, he forgot the letter O. It's a much different connotation. And it had been out there for hours. And that's why everyone kept saying that.
How much is this?
Oh, so I showed Wayne.
$7.99.
I'm like, dude, this is what we were showing. He's like, oh, my God. I said, don't worry about it, because we sold the hell out of that breakfast. We did. People came in for that. Worked at a place called Donna's Cafe. Then worked at Donna's Restaurant.
Donna's was good. Great sandwiches.
Donna's was fantastic. That's where I met Brad Pitt. Had some words. Egyptian pizza. This place was not called Turk's Pizza, but the guy that owned it was a Turkish dude named Turk, and there was a pizza joint in New Orleans. Worked at Bop, which was brick oven pizza. Soprasada, where the chef was a douchebag. A magazine place, I cannot remember the name of it, but that's one of the places I got fired because there was a theft or something. Commander's Palace in New Orleans, Joy America Cafe, Planet Hollywood briefly in New Orleans, the Atlantic Seafood joint in Baltimore, a place called City Cafe, John Stevens and Fells Point, which you guys are probably familiar with.
Yeah.
Seafood joint, yeah, worked there God, that place sucked to work at. And then it was radio after that. JFK, Live 105, The Buzz, KISW. Yeah, and worked as a security guard, and that's the other job I got fired from. doing like not corporate security, office building security like we have here. Turns out it's very important to show up for your shift. Otherwise, they will let you know in these words, quote, "This is your final paycheck." Okay, I know why.
Our question, how many different places have you worked, and what were your best or worst jobs? 206-803-ROCK.
To remind you that 60% of sales on Amazon come from independent sellers, here's John from Devil Dog Pet Company.
We run our family business from Sterling Heights, Michigan, but we can reach customers all over the country thanks to Amazon. Good boy.
Shop small business on Amazon.
At Lowe's, this Veterans Day and every day, verified military members, veterans, and their spouses get automatic silver status in My Lowe's Rewards with free standard shipping, plus 10% off eligible purchases with no annual limit. It's one way we honor and give back to those who have served and still do. Learn more now at lowes.com/military. 10% discount can't be combined with another offer. Exclusions, terms, and conditions apply. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
Coming at you live from Auto Trader, here's New Car Energy.
They're searching inventory. You can make a budget for your wallet to help you succeed. It's smarter car shopping just for
Find
you.
your next ride at autotrader.com, powered by Auto Intelligence.
Is your business ready for what's next? Think about where you want to be in 3 years, 5 years, 10. Growth isn't about numbers. It's having the right specialist by your side. Moss Adams and Baker Tilly have joined forces to create a remarkable new organization. It's one advisory firm with resources, expertise, and vision built specifically to serve the middle market to help you get to what's next. Learn how Baker Tilly can help your business pursue its vision of success. Visit bakertilly.com/combo.
The guys at 206-803-ROCK from the Pinky's Plumbing Studio. You're in the men's room.
Hey, a programming note there for you. Unwrapped tickets as low as $55 right now.
Yes.
Lineup details and all that. You'll want to join us on Friday night, December 12th, Angel of the Winds Arena in Everett at KISW.com. Buy a ticket. Get in there. It's going to be a hell of a show. All right, our question, how many different places have you worked, and what were your best or worst jobs? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, David. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, guys.
Hola.
Hola. Hey, so I had about 10 jobs that I've been able to figure out through my head. I'm 38 currently.
All right.
Worst job was an incoming call center, so obviously people calling in just asking about their bills. Man, that was an interesting place, but lots of food because women bring food to the office. And then I worked at a pot shop for 6 years, actually, up north of ways.
How was that?
That was fun. It was great because everybody's so happy to see you all the time. And so it's a great job for that. But then...
Once again, Metro Colors, here are the 7 words you can't say on the radio. Sucker, mother, and please keep those words in mind when calling. Now, back to the program.
So you're scared, you say. Why?
All the regulations that they have down on you, mainly because that, and they constantly drill it into your head. You just can't sell to, obviously, anybody with an expired ID, anybody who's obviously underage, all that stuff. And just a lot of stuff on the back end that you just are not prepared for until you actually work there.
Okay. What were some of your more interesting clients? Like that, we meet people all the time that listen to the radio station. Some of them you can look at and go, black T-shirt, rock guy, makes sense.
Yep.
Other times it's a 13-year-old girl who says she's been listening with her dad,
or an 85-year-old woman who stops you on the street.
Who was the weird? Who was the strangest? I should say.
Well, most of the time, most of the people that we helped, we were on an island, so it was mostly retired folks, anyways.
Okay.
But the people that you were always helped is usually the women would ask if there's anything to give their man a little pep in their step. You know what I mean?
Wait,
Like,
they went to a
strange-
pot shop hoping to Viagra-size their guy?
I hope you gave him sativa.
Exactly. That's the thing. It's like, and you were asked often enough that you would actually have to do the research. And you're like, okay, you want a sativa, you want something fruity, you want a kush. But at the same time, it's not like you can be like, I smoked this and had the best night of my life.
Have you tried mushrooms?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was always the women asking. The men were always there, but it was always the women asking.
So wait,
that's comfortable.
The guy is there with his partner, and she asked that question.
Mm-hmm.
And did you ever make eye contact with these dudes right after she asked?
Ooh, I don't know. That'd be an awkward one. But
I know, but you got to take advantage of that. Like,
Well, and truthfully,
hey,
if
buddy.
you're stoned, some things, like in foreplay, are a little tougher.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because your mouth's dry.
Because you're high,
Yeah.
all right, going off of that, what was great is we sold lubricants, obviously, that had, infused stuff in it. And it would always be the women that would ask about it. And the best was when a woman's like, is it flavored? And you're just like, I don't know how to respond. I don't think so.
I haven't
Don't
tasted
say
it.
It was flavored. Yeah, exactly.
You should have had like a sample cup.
That's right.
Just give it a little nibble, see what you think.
Take
man.
us in the bathroom. You tell me.
Yeah. Is it flavored?
Our question, how many different places have you worked, and what were your best or worst jobs? 206-803-ROCK.
I will say it is odd, like kind of like bartenders.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. Bartender sometimes leaves the business. You're just like, damn, I like that bartender. Same thing. Like, I would go to the same shop, and like, if the manager or the bartender I liked left, I was like, damn.
Yeah, it does happen because that's the guy you want to talk to. As far as flavored lubricants, what flavor would you get? Because the first thought that came to mind, teriyaki.
Oh, God, no.
Why? Look, it's flavored.
It's salty enough.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just
The
I don't
teriyaki-
like
teriyaki,
the
you
flavor
mean?
of
The teriyaki,
Yeah, the teriyaki is salty.
Why? What are you going to go for? What, like grape?
Watermelon.
Or
Go
like-
watermelon. Watermelon or banana. Watermelon.
Really?
Watermelon. Absolutely.
What about you, Mike? I'm
Think
going
about
teriyaki.
Harry Styles.
This
man.
is
Come
the
on.
flavored lubricant. So I'm saying I'm picking teriyaki. I know it's a little out there. I just prefer the
That's
savory
not bad,
flavor.
though. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. If it's going to be the taste in my mouth, like, gee, teriyaki, not exactly.
How about habanero?
Ooh, I would do it. Yeah.
I mean, the idea of teriyaki is kind of changing my brain around here on this. Like,
Because everybody goes fruit, and I get it. I'm just saying, we got watermelon
fruit
and
is
banana
pleasant,
here.
but like chicken would be great, or like tacos or something like
Yeah,
that.
right.
Tacos?
Carne asada. Mole.
Spaghetti.
I mean, why not all put all the flavor?
Spaghetti. Munja.
Damn, girl, you taste like Sunday dinner.
It tastes like spaghetti, man.
Like lasagna.
Oh, man, give me some garlic bread.
What are you, Garfield?
Garlic bread.
Garlic bread is delicious.
Look, you can have garlic bread if you're getting teriyaki.
Or lemon pepper.
Just sitting there with Parmesan cheese.
I'm just saying, look, in the end, I understand it's sex.
Biscuits
right?
and gravy.
But I don't. Right. I like biscuits and gravy.
Or just pancakes.
Pizza.
I mean, if they had it.
Yeah.
You know, like, dude, I'm in the mood for pizza, but we're
Because
going to
you're
do
right.
this first.
It's
Like,
either chocolate or fruits.
right. So,
Didn't the folks at Bacon Salt, did they make a bacon lube?
They did.
Okay, I was going to say
Yeah,
that. I'm pretty
see?
sure. Yeah.
it's right there, man. Breakfast foods.
It did sell that well.
Oh, yeah. I do believe that. It's a specialized thing.
Pork chops.
I guess I just always think of candy when I think of flavored lubes. And you think of fruit
Everybody
or
does.
chocolate.
Baby, what is that? Pork chop?
Because sweet's easier.
Just trying to mix it up, man. You know,
Mashed potatoes.
yeah, bouillabaisse. you
How
know,
many different places have you worked, and what were your best or worst jobs?
Jesus, man.
206-803.
I don't know. I did not expect you to say teriyaki.
I'm just saying.
Mac and cheese.
Right, because here's the thing.
yeah.
I don't eat a lot of fruit. I don't eat a lot of vegetables, right? This is known about me. So if you say, well, here's a lube, like, well, I don't really eat watermelons. I don't want that. I do eat teriyaki. General Tso's chicken, crab rangoon,
And it's like Gioza.
crying tiger, right, egg roll, pork egg roll.
But I guess
mean,
just like,
whatever, man.
think about like I don't- the night of
Straight
your
up chili.
the night of your wedding, right? There's like strawberries and champagne.
Yeah.
Nobody goes back to the room and hammers down teriyaki.
Well, they don't, but also they're not having sex with it. I'm just
Kung
saying.
Pao chicken?
What? Yes.
Oh, what about orange chicken?
Oh,
I
Kung
would-
Pao
in a
chicken.
heartbeat.
Kung Pao chicken is awesome.
Hell yeah.
I
Exactly.
ordered that the other night. I forgot how good that is.
So Kung Pao chicken lube.
It's got peanuts in it. And oh, man,
Yeah.
that stuff is awesome.
She can't have another allergy, though.
Found out she has that
You
out.
talking about me or the food?
She can't breathe.
She went anaphylactic shock. I didn't
You
ask.
don't have a nut allergy, do you? I'm here.
My God.
How many different places have you worked, and what was your best or worst job?
What, man?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
If you, I don't know, like, think about it. You go to like the food court at the mall, right? There's Panda Express. You want to get orange chicken. If they said, hey, sir, just so you know, also for $5, we have orange chicken lube, I'd be like, throw it in.
Baby, is this Chipotle?
Right, you know,
Thanksgiving dinner.
Red Robin onion ring.
That's guac.
I mean, they can brand it.
Campfire sauce?
You can make you can make your own tower of onion ring.
the onion ring tower.
That's for her.
I know.
Put a little ranch in your belly button. Just go at it.
I'm out of it.
Blue cheese.
Just zip it right in there, man. What do you need? Barbecue, with like ketchup.
And you could have corporate branding on. So you'd have like Stubbs barbecue lube. Specifically Stubbs. Like, well, do you want A1 or Stubbs? Like, you know, I haven't had A1 in a while.
Hey, baby, grab the McLube. Let's get after it.
Yeah, this is a low-grade steak. You're going to need something.
Yeah.
This ain't prime.
You got a little mint jelly.
Hey, what?
You got Black Angus over there. I got some kind of crappy skirt steak.
We need to bathe this thing.
You just got straight
I'm
up
trying
brown
to see if
chuck.
they even make the flavored lubes that are not just fruits.
What do you have so far as flavored lube?
We've gone off the rails here.
I'm just saying they need to diversify. Not everybody wants to eat fruit.
Yeah.
You know, for vegetarians, you can have like beets. Something.
Ugh. Nobody likes beets.
Some people like beets, and those people are weird, but why not?
Might as well just throw
We do
dirt
have
on
watermelon,
Of course they have watermelon.
strawberry.
But
They got boring crap.
that's what I'm saying, man. Let's mix it up a little
They
bit.
do have there's a number of brands that make it.
it. For the summertime, get a s'mores flavor.
Oh, there's this stuff called wet. Oh, strawberry, watermelon, passion fruit, pizzazz, poppin' cherry.
Oh, God.
Tropical fruit explosion.
Cherry.
That's what it's called.
That is the last one I'm buying, man.
Oh, see that meeting? That was a good brainstorming meeting right there. Not just cherry.
For the first time.
Papa cherry.
It's the flavor that just pops.
It's a one-time use.
That meeting was worth it.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Mystical mint.
Yeah,
No! Damn it! Why is everything mint?
there's a chocolate mint here.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a cinnamon.
You don't need to put mint where it doesn't belong.
Mint's awesome.
I mean, look.
Belongs on your teeth. That's it.
If you want me to eat vegetables, your best bet would be like broccoli-flavored lube.
There you go.
Like, all right, I've developed a taste for it over the years.
I will fight through this.
This brand is called Suck Lick.
Oh, suck lid.
Easy.
That's what it's called.
I'm aware of that.
What flavor are your Tic Tacs?
These are fresh mint.
You just said you hate mint.
I didn't
You got it
say
in your,
I hated
you've got
mint.
it in your pocket.
I said mint gets put where it doesn't belong
Ooh,
all the
here's,
time.
peach.
This is where mint belongs.
Tic Tac.
In the mints.
Peaches and cream.
See, it's all the same kind of stuff, man. I'm
Really
saying
is.
mix it up.
I cannot believe how many brands there are. Mm-hmm. Anyway, how many different places have you worked, and what were your best or worst jobs? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Jennifer. Welcome to the men's
They're all
room.
about the bacon stuff on the chat.
Kumquat.
Gotcha.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Delicious
Yeah.
fruit, yes.
I found a black peppered bacon.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Lube?
Yep.
All right.
Savory flavored
By the
lubes
way,
do exist.
mint sucks.
Thank you,
Wow.
Jennifer.
Okay, so Jennifer, you and I
Stand mint. Mint is blue.
say we're about to get it on. We have a choice of two lubes. We have the mint you don't like or the black peppered bacon that Ted just found.
We're going raw dog.
Oh, okay.
All right.
At the commercial break, I'm going to tell you the name of this lube.
Okay.
But I do like cinnamon, and I would say this. If any man ever compared or said my Down Yonder tasted anything that sounded pork, roast beef, chicken, anything that belonged on a buffet, we're breaking up.
Right.
Okay, I'll save it till
How
later.
about Guy Fieri's donkey sauce?
And he bet it sounded that way.
Donkey sauce.
So how many jobs have you had?
I've had about 53 and counting. You guys have added some of it on there since I've been counting, since I've been on hold. And it's not that I'm deranged or I can't hold down a job. I just, I'm just...
You space out and forget what your job is?
That was a bad time.
I can say I've been holding the same down job now for about 15 years. So at least I'm steady there. And I am a federal employee who's been told to report to work with delayed pay. So they're going to owe me eventually.
Do you get what's owed
What about your bills right now?
Nothing. So right now I'm in the corner rocking myself with my whoopee with a bottle of wine. I did have to borrow from my TSP because I do know that probably this is the first time. I've been furloughed 5 times. This is the first time where I'm not going. They're being stubborn, and I am coming to reality because my LES said 0 all the way down.
LES?
What is the LES?
LES is your leave statement. And on my leave statement, I love this. This is where I get to be funny. So they also put me on LWOP, which means it's leave without pay. And I'm like, wait a minute, guys. I'm not on leave. I'm reporting to work without pay. I'm like,
yeah, there's a difference.
I'm reporting to work and I'm without pay.
What do you do with the federal government?
So I am actually called essential. So this is what's awesome about what I do, and this is why it's my favorite job. So I am the person that if you are going to apply for a federal job, I'm the one that you have to get by. So I do the job announcements.
Right.
I vet the people if they're legally can apply for a federal position, like if you're a veteran, spouse, blah, blah, blah. And if you're qualified to be in that position, and what I hire for is for the medical portion of the job. So not only do I get to help hire people when we're not on furlough or federal freezing, I'm hiring people who are going to help save our service members' lives and their families.
Awesome.
Well, God forbid they pay you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You know what the sad part about it is? We are technically essential workers.
And think about that.
Think about
you
that.
Guys
We are.
When you guys are doing your men's room red, I make sure that I buy that because I know people
Well, they don't make them
that are
anymore.
affected by that.
It's not the men's room red anymore.
Yeah. All those people actually lost their jobs, too.
Yeah, go figure.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it is. I go through this every administration. It happens. It's not just one particular group of people. I've been furloughed through Obama. I've been furloughed through Trump. I've been furloughed.
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 Sounds like the Johnny Cash. I've been
kind of wine you
furloughed all
drinking?
the time. So
Exactly.
you said
you have to have a sense of humor during these things. Eventually, I am going to get paid, and then I can pay back my TSP. I'm really hoping that my coworkers who are not essential, and I hope they don't get laid off because I find them essential. I need them.
That's how it should be.
I can relate to that.
If I look at any coworker, in my mind, I think you should be essential. I don't know that they are, but I always think, because anytime I hear, like when there's a weather thing, like, hey, only essential personnel. And I was saying, if you are not on that call, then be glad you have a job.
Yeah. I think considered
if
us
you're not essential, then why are they paying you?
It was
What
more
do you
like
do?
COVID information, that kind of crap lately.
Because we had information that you didn't hear.
Yeah, like
we got it from the same place.
We're doctors.
Yeah.
Remember what you heard on the news this morning? Yeah, that's what we heard, and we're going to tell you again.
We're gonna tell you the same thing.
We're going to tell you exactly what they told us.
How many different places have you worked, and what were your best or worst jobs? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Nick. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Hola.
For the loop thing, you have to go for Arby's because they have the beef.
There you go.
Arby's sauce is pretty good, too.
I wouldn't put it past them.
Oh, yeah.
Seasoned for sure.
Fry flavor.
When you have the meat.
Yeah, perfect for roast beef.
So my day job, I teach the blind and visually impaired, but that's not the fun part of the story. I also do a lot of side jobs because I don't teach in the summertime. I check IDs at a bar in Snohomish, and that's always a ton of fun. You know, getting yelled at, getting called all the bad names, maybe getting punched from time to time. And like Ted said earlier, like your blood tenders. You get to meet all the cool bartenders. You get to meet all the cool customers, and sometimes those cool customers will fight you, and it's a lot of fun.
What did
The cool customers fight you?
Sometimes.
All right.
Like
Did you say as a bud tender or working a door?
I worked the door at a bar.
Okay.
I was just relaying it back to, you like to see your bartenders and the ones you like.
What
I have some
percentage?
customers that are.
What percentage of the IDs do you get are fake?
I have yet to find a single fake ID, and I've been there for about a year. There was a guy who tried to sneak in his buddy with his old ID, and I'm like, this is a Hispanic dude in front of me, and this is a white guy on this ID.
Okay.
Try again.
Did you?
Try again next time, big dog.
Can you read Braille?
Yes, I can read Braille.
How long did it take for you to learn that?
It took me, I took a bunch of classes on it to learn how to read Braille, but I don't teach Braille. I teach cane skills, so how to cross streets, how to ride buses, how to go grocery shopping, stuff like that.
Can you sign in someone's hand if they are also deaf?
I did have to do that when I was living in Louisiana. There's a big thing called Usher syndrome that's down there, and that causes a lot of deaf and blindness. I'm not very good at it anymore.
Right.
And when I was down there, I had an interpreter who would, I could sign like for fun, like, like casual conversation, but I can't sign like, we're going to have a full-blown conversation about important stuff. And I'm like, let's.
It's too fast.
Interpreter.
People who do AS, it's too fast.
Yeah.
I mean, I took classes forever. Just somebody signed to me. I'm like, why did I do that? I didn't catch any of that. How many different places have you worked, and what were your best or worst jobs? 206-803-ROCK.
To remind you that 60% of sales on Amazon come from independent sellers, here's John from Devil Dog Pet Company.
We run our family business from Sterling Heights, Michigan, but we can reach customers all over the country thanks to Amazon. Good boy.
Shop small business on Amazon.
At Lowe's, this Veterans Day and every day, verified military members, veterans, and their spouses get automatic silver status in My Lowe's Rewards with free standard shipping, plus 10% off eligible purchases with no annual limit. It's one way we honor and give back to those who have served and still do. Learn more now at lowes.com/military. 10% discount can't be combined with another offer. Exclusions, terms, and conditions apply. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
You're tuned into Auto Intelligence, live from Auto Trader, where data, tools, and your preferences sync to make your car shopping smooth.
They're searching inventory.
Oh, yeah.
They find what you need.
They're gonna find it.
You can make a budget for your wallet to help you succeed. Pricing's precise and true.
So true.
It's smarter car shopping.
Ooh.
Just for you.
Oh, it's just for you. Ooh. Find your next ride at autotrader.com. Powered by Auto Intelligence.
Is your business ready for what's next? Think about where you want to be in 3 years, 5 years, 10. Growth isn't about numbers. It's having the right specialist by your side. Moss Adams and Baker Tilly have joined forces to create a remarkable new organization. It's one advisory firm with resources, expertise, and vision built specifically to serve the middle market to help you get to what's next. Learn how Baker Tilly can help your business pursue its vision of success. Visit bakertilly.com/combo.
In communities across the country, hourly Amazon employees earn an average of over $23 an hour, with opportunities to grow their career and their paycheck. Learn more at aboutamazon.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average, and auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
Coming at you live from Auto Trader, here's New Car Energy.
They're searching inventory. You can make a budget for your wallet to help you succeed. It's smarter car shopping just for
Find
you.
your next ride at autotrader.com. Powered by Auto Intelligence.
99.9 KISW. The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Our question, how many different places have you worked? What were your best or worst jobs? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Mike. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hi. Hola, bichola. Hola. So, my worst job, that's a toss-up. I've had quite a few jobs that I would never want to go back to.
Is it because of the co-workers or the job itself?
Both, depending on the job. Like my last job, I loved what I did. I worked at a homeless shelter / HIV AIDS clinic. It was an amazing group of people to work with, but we were so short-staffed that I was working like 72 hours a week, and it was just a nightmare. It was right in the middle of COVID, too, so...
That was such a fun time. Fun time.
Yeah, great time to work in the medical industry. Some of the other worst jobs that I've had, working in a warehouse picking car parts, or I did like this job. The job was working in a shop that made cases and crates for like touring. So like those standard black cases that every band has. We made those for the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Okay.
We actually made the Seahawks travel cases. It was really, really cool. Unfortunately, what wasn't so cool was the amount of cocaine that I was doing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Doing a pound over about 3 months is not
a
winning formula.
How's your septum doing these days?
Not there.
Eroded?
Yeah.
Yeah, severed.
It's just like one big nostril now.
More or less. It makes getting sick real fun.
What was your first job? What was the first job you had?
First job, that was working at CarQuest. I was picking auto parts in a warehouse.
Okay, so that was job number one. All right.
That was job number one. And since then, I think I counted at least 18 jobs. I'm only 34, so, none of them stuck for too long. One of my favorites was working as a residential-based mid-level pharmaceutical distributor, mainly focused on bulk orders to other independent distributors and customer-facing retailers.
Wow. That was spoken like someone that worked in the profession. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, that profession is just a fancy way of saying I was a drug dealer.
Yeah, that's exactly what you were.
Yep.
But the legal kind.
That one ended when I... Oh, no. It was very much illegal.
Oh, okay.
I see what you were doing. You were selling
so
these
you
pounds
were
of
actually a drug dealer. All right. How long did you do that?
Gap. Well, it was quite a few years, about 5-6 years. I had a big gap in my resume, and so somebody told me to try to put something down for what I was doing during that time, and that's what I came up with.
Pharmaceutical representative.
And he had to balance out all the coke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good times.
It was quite a summer. Those all ended as soon as I, tried to kill myself, ended up in rehab, and have since been clean for nearly 10 years now.
Good for you.
So thank you. I appreciate that.
Man, absolutely.
What do you do now?
Well, right now I'm actually disabled, unemployed, and trying to become a stand-up comic.
Okay.
So
the winning combination right there.
Yeah, perfect.
Well, you can tell some of those AIDS jokes you probably learned. They'll go over well with people. How many different places have you worked, and what were your best or worst jobs? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Tyler. Welcome to the men's room.
Boo, bitches.
Boo.
So I had 14, but based on that last call, I got 15 now. So
You're also a drug dealer, I'm guessing?
Maybe.
We didn't hear you. You broke up.
Oh, I might have been. I might not have been.
Okay.
Yeah, we're pointing that way.
What was your best job?
This job is probably the one I got now. It's doing heavy demolition. So, using all sorts of tractors and equipment to tear down buildings, and you always find cool stuff. So
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
How long were you dealing drugs, by the way?
Well, allegedly, there was one stint with some stuff that was probably about maybe a couple of months. I was just out of high school trying to make some cash and wasn't the best thing to do it. But the last time I was doing it, it was a different substance. It was making a lot more money, and that was probably about a year. That did pretty good. That's years ago now.
I would guess that just
a lot of
equals
independent coke dealers out there.
Or you just call them entrepreneurs.
I would also say, for the record, if you've never actually sold drugs, you could just say no.
But we know if you hem and haw, the answer is yes. It's such a,
yes.
Maybe not. Some people said I did. It's like, right, people that didn't just go, now I didn't sell drugs.
Sell drugs.
How many different places have you worked, and what were your best or worst jobs? 206-803-ROCK.
To remind you that 60% of sales on Amazon come from independent sellers, here's John from Devil Dog Pet Company.
We run our family business from Sterling Heights, Michigan, but we can reach customers all over the country thanks to Amazon. Good boy.
Shop small business on Amazon.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
You're tuned into Auto Intelligence, live from Auto Trader, where data, tools, and your preferences sync to make your car shopping smooth.
They're searching inventory.
Oh, yeah.
They find what you need.
They're gonna find it.
You can make a budget for your wallet to help you succeed. Pricing's precise and true.
So true.
It's smarter car shopping.
Ooh.
Just for you.
Oh, it's just for you. Ooh. Find your next ride at autotrader.com. Powered by Auto Intelligence.
Is your business ready for what's next? Think about where you want to be in 3 years, 5 years, 10. Growth isn't about numbers. It's having the right specialist by your side. Moss Adams and Baker Tilly have joined forces to create a remarkable new organization. It's one advisory firm with resources, expertise, and vision built specifically to serve the middle market to help you get to what's next. Learn how Baker Tilly can help your business pursue its vision of success. Visit bakertilly.com/combo.
At Lowe's, this Veterans Day and every day, verified military members, veterans, and their spouses get automatic silver status in My Lowe's Rewards with free standard shipping, plus 10% off eligible purchases with no annual limit. It's one way we honor and give back to those who have served and still do. Learn more now at lowes.com/military. 10% discount can't be combined with another offer. Exclusions, terms, and conditions apply. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
Hello, Jeffrey. Welcome to the men's room.
How's it going?
Hola.
Hola. So I'm kind of in the same bucket as a lot of your callers. I've had over 40 jobs.
Damn.
And, yeah. And the service industry, I think as some of your callers have been, I like to refer to servers and bartenders as the village bicycle. Everyone's had a ride, and we tend to know all each other, especially in a larger city.
That is how it works, for sure.
That's for sure. So I've worked in a gamut of places, and the experiences are always varied depending upon whether you work in like a casual restaurant or a diner versus, something more upscale, and then I've also worked in fine dining, so I've got a few different examples I can share with you.
Do you prefer the fine dining, or do you prefer the more diner experience as far as working?
I would say it depends on how much BS you can tolerate, because the higher the price point, the more eccentric the diner, and the more patience you need to have.
So I'm guessing you worked front of the house.
Correct.
Yeah, I worked back of the house. I preferred the more formal stuff. Just if you're going to cook, you put a little more of your knowledge into it. But also at the more high-end places, you guys got tipped much better. And most of the wait staff I worked with at the high-end places would spend a lot of that cash on cocaine. And then at the end of our shift, all the cooks were stoned just to keep your head level. So you'd always be. And at the end of the night, the bartender is giving us, quote-unquote, a shift beer, which was as much beer as you could drink.
Well, I wouldn't either deny nor confirm that, but it's...
And then the wait staff would lay down all the coke, and all the cooks would pull out the weed, and basically it's just a trade, and everybody got real high and real drunk.
Let me ask you this. Same thing I asked Steve. Just based on all the places that you worked, where did you enjoy the food the most?
Oh, goodness me. Places that I've worked, where did I enjoy the food the most? Jesus. Well, I'm a big Italian fan, so some of my Italian restaurants I love, especially if they're making their own pastas.
Oh, yeah.
Now, this wasn't a bad experience, but there's a place up on Capitol Hill here in Seattle.
Once again, bedroom colors.
Jeez,
Here are
and
the
that's
7
the
words
word
you
to that.
can't
I
say
know.
on the radio. Sucker, mother, and please keep those words in mind when calling. Now, back to the program.
All right, Jeffrey, we got your back.
Sorry about that. My bad.
No worries. All right, man.
Experience of one of my managers that I had to deal with. So I used to work for a chain here, and they're no longer with us, but it was right on the waterfront, McCormick and Schmick's.
Oh, yeah.
Great location, and I'm not going to name drop the manager, but we always had issues with this individual, and I was constantly talking to my GM about how I always knew he was drunk, but no one could ever prove it. Well, when they finally closed down the restaurant, this individual was responsible for the liquor inventories and all the orderings and all of the control of all the liquor. Well, they found 3.5 cases of our well vodka that had been drained and refilled with water, and so that was confirmation right there.
Damn.
You know what, man? You know what sucks about that place is they never filled that. They never filled that space. And
Well,
same,
like you- Well, they-
and same with the
they
McCormick
did, and
downtown.
It was like this. They filled it with like this sandwich spot. So if you guys are familiar, it's right down on Westlake on the waterfront here
Yeah.
in South Lake Union.
Underneath the
It's
Starbucks.
vacant to get in. Yeah, well, they just closed the Starbucks too.
Yeah, we know that too.
Yep.
Shocking.
Man, I'm with you. I love McCormick's.
I did too.
And you know what? They did give, even though it's a chain, it started here in Seattle.
But it was good
The
food.
first one was
decent
down here on
portions.
2nd or 1st, or
Yeah.
wherever it was, where they still have the green awning up. But they would allow the local chefs to put their own little touch on it, depending on where
Which
you
makes a difference.
just based on the
they
seafood
had-
available.
They had one in
The
Baltimore.
Columbia Tower.
What,
yeah. I'm with you.
That was the base floor of the Columbia Tower.
Yeah, that's right around
Yeah,
the
it's
corner
right around
from
the
us.
corner, yeah.
Do you, are you still in the restaurant game or no?
No, I'm in healthcare now.
Okay. Do you enjoy it? 'Cause the weird thing about restaurants, like it's just so many hours. You know, and like you said, there's so many different idiots that you have to deal with all the time. But there's always a certain camaraderie, you know. So you're kind of like, all right, man. Well, at the end of the shift, right, we're going to get drunk and high, and it's all behind us, and we'll worry about tomorrow. But in the healthcare industry, is it exciting or interesting to you at all?
Well, for me, I'm not on the clinical side. I'm on the non-clinical side. I work in operations and strategy in our HR services, and I do enjoy it, but it is an interesting environment right now where, I mean, I'm in a pretty large institution. I'm in the 5th largest healthcare network in the U.S., and it is every day it's an ebb and flow of shifts and patterns. And without getting into it too much, there's so much uncertainty with the Medicare, Medicaid funding, and people wanting to retain their jobs, and you know, your bosses are trying to find new ways of thinking about keeping people staffed and finding projects and keeping the business going. That there's so much uncertainty in it, and it's a little unnerving right now.
Are things really going to go up 30%?
Yeah. I mean,
See,
my
that's the
my
sticker
mom's
shock.
on Medicare right now, and her premiums went up 50%.
Well, thank you for
50.
just giving us a straight
50.
answer. Yeah, just
50.
yeah. Everyone else has these big, colorful, double speak, gobbledygook, blah blah blah. Like, dude, we're asking one question. Thank you for just saying yes. They're going to go up.
My mom's premiums shot up 50%.
Jesus,
Thanks, Obama.
Yeah.
How many different places have you worked, and what were your best or worst jobs? 206-803-ROCK.
That's a crazy transition to me. Just having worked in restaurants, the hardest thing about not working in restaurants and just working in a more normal environment was restaurants are just rowdy. The staff is, and when you open, you know, it's always a busy hustle and bustle. Most people have a pretty thick skin in the restaurant business because you're just constantly either yelling at someone or someone's yelling at you, and all kinds of things are said. It's never personal, but you know, in the heat of the moment, like, good, what the mother effing, right? And then you go, I don't know, to like a normal office job, and I'm like, I can't survive here. You know, I can't do it because everything is so delicate and everything is so HR heavy, if you know what I mean. And and I'm like, and look, it's fine if that's what you're into, that's what you're into. But like, man, coming from a kitchen and then trying to work in that world, I'm like, I am not built for this at all. I am loud. I am going to yell. I need to be in a place where I can do that. Radio provides that, which is fantastic, and restaurants do. I can't think maybe construction. military. There's not a lot of jobs where you could just...
Like, it was a hard job.
Right.
And, like... But it was also kind of fun, because you got to see, like, when you were done.
It's got to be fulfilling.
Yeah, instant results.
Right, instant results, right? You could see, like, especially some of the, like, bigger, fancier houses or big, what do you call them?
Estates or
complexes, like corporate
Sure.
jobs.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's still places I can drive by in PG County and be like, see all those trees? Like, I planted those.
That is cool.
And then, honestly, it was just, at that time, it was just me and Bernie and his brother.
Yeah.
So, I mean, when we would knock off early, and I was, 18, and we would play ping pong and rip beers.
Yeah.
And then, get up at the crack of dawn and do it again.
Nothing wrong with that.
How many different places have you worked, and what were your best or worst jobs? 206-803-ROCK.
I will say, though, weather plays a huge part of that, right? He almost lost his entire company last year because it didn't snow. So he's got to do plowing in the wintertime.
All right, so that's the other side of his business.
Right. And he's gotten that company so big, he's got so many employees that, like, when it didn't snow, he's just shelling out money.
Oh, man.
I mean, it was close.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Hello, Justin. Welcome to the men's room.
Hello.
Hola.
So I work for the federal government, so that's both bad and good for me.
What is the good?
I went to Italy this year for free.
That's very cool.
Why do they send you to Italy? What's your specialty that you get to go there?
Meatballs.
Forklift, moving ammunition.
Oh, damn. Okay. And how long were you in Italy?
2.5 months.
2.5 months. And now, do you still have to go to work and just not get a paycheck, or are they saying stay home until we figure this nonsense out?
Stay home. I can't even get a job at Walmart because they want full-time.
Oh, so you can't find part-time employment?
No, nothing.
What about something on an Uber or DoorDash? Because those things will always...
Or seasonal jobs when Amazon starts hiring those people again, or whoever.
I've tried.
Really?
Amazon, only available up in Redmond or Everett, and I'm in Tacoma, JBLM.
Okay. Oh, well, yeah, that makes sense.
God, Amazon's got a huge warehouse down there in DuPont.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, they do. They're staffed.
That's amazing to me because that thing is about 4 football fields long.
I know.
Okay,
I feel like they're building a giant one up north, too. Every time I just see those giant buildings going up and there's no logos, I just assume it's an Amazon site.
It makes sense.
How many different places have you worked, and what were your best or worst jobs? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Josh. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
All right, so I've had, 11 jobs. 2 were the same, but different places.
Okay.
My worst job, absolutely 7-Eleven, maybe about a mile from the 884 here in Bremerton.
And does your 7-Eleven, because I'm convinced that if you open a 7-Eleven franchise, everyone that has an issue shows up there, period. Just no matter what.
Oh, yeah, no, I found a dude in the recycle dumpster sleeping. literally like 20 minutes before the truck came. I was like, dude, I was throwing boxes. I was like, dude, you got to get out of here, man. You're about to get dumped into the truck.
What shift did you work?
Graveyard, like 11 to 7, but I would not get off when I was supposed to. I always had to help the morning person, like, restock and do all this thing. You don't get to sit. You don't get to sit down in there.
What is the length of time on some of those food items that are spinning?
Yeah,
as far as how long they're allowed to be out there.
Oh, the stuff in the roller grill.
Yeah, the roller grill, whatever you got, the little chicken bites, all the stuff, pizza.
Okay. I was there before the pizza. We didn't have that yet.
Okay.
Oh wow. Okay.
But this was 2014, so yeah, right before it came in. The one across town down by the ferry had that, but we didn't get that yet. Also, that 7-Eleven is right next to a weed shop and a Little Caesars.
Well, that's strategic.
You got pizza. You don't need and 7-Eleven pizza, by the way, it's not bad at all.
It's not.
No, I know. I fully agree.
And Big Bite's a pretty good hot dog. It just depends on how long it's been rolling.
Yeah. What's the worst experience? What's the worst experience that you had at 7-Eleven? Because that's just every time I walk in, I'm like, Jesus Christ! Why can't it just be normal?
The scammers on the phone trying to get you to load the prepaid cards over the phone.
I don't know anything about that movie.
No, at 7-Eleven.
They'll call you up and try to get those prepaid cards loaded up with a couple $1,000 or whatnot
For 7-Eleven.
Well, it's the prepaid.
Oh, like the Visa prepaid. Okay.
Those little joints that are on the cardboard thing.
Yeah, I got you.
Over to the aisle. Yeah. But I only did that for about 8 months. My best job was probably working at the ferry. I told you guys about this at the 884. Well, Miles didn't hear it, but you and Ted did. You told me not to tell it on there, which I won't. But yeah, I was there for 15 years.
Did you work on the ferry or at the ferry?
I was in the toll booth.
Okay, all right.
And the dock employee, basically.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. But that was an incredible experience. You know, I was there pre 9/11. So it was real lax. That job was great. And then after that, not so much.
yeah. If you worked in transportation on any level, man, I got to think, if you did it pre 9/11 and then survived post 9/11, the fun got sucked out of that real quick.
How many different places have you worked, and what were your best or worst jobs? 206-803-ROCK.
To remind you that 60% of sales on Amazon come from independent sellers, here's John from Devil Dog Pet Company.
We run our family business from Sterling Heights, Michigan, but we can reach customers all over the country thanks to Amazon. Good boy.
Shop small business on Amazon.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
You're tuned into Auto Intelligence, live from Auto Trader, where data, tools, and your preferences sync to make your car shopping smooth.
They're searching inventory.
Oh, yeah.
They find what you need.
They're gonna find it.
You can make a budget for your wallet to help you succeed. Pricing's precise and true.
So true.
It's smarter car shopping.
Ooh.
Just for you.
Oh, it's just for you. Ooh. Find your next ride at autotrader.com. Powered by Auto Intelligence.
Is your business ready for what's next? Think about where you want to be in 3 years, 5 years, 10. Growth isn't about numbers. It's having the right specialist by your side. Moss Adams and Baker Tilly have joined forces to create a remarkable new organization. It's one advisory firm with resources, expertise, and vision built specifically to serve the middle market to help you get to what's next. Learn how Baker Tilly can help your business pursue its vision of success. Visit bakertilly.com/combo.
At Lowe's, this Veterans Day and every day, verified military members, veterans, and their spouses get automatic silver status in My Lowe's Rewards with free standard shipping, plus 10% off eligible purchases with no annual limit. It's one way we honor and give back to those who have served and still do. Learn more now at lowes.com/military. 10% discount can't be combined with another offer. Exclusions, terms, and conditions apply. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK.
Coming up here until 4:30, we'll sit and spin today the 10 biggest Halloween songs in history. According to Billboard and how they charted on the Hot 100 charts.
Okay.
That's coming up with the Daily Mix Morning Show. In the meantime, our question, how many different places have you worked, and what was your best or worst jobs? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Adam. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bicholas.
Hola.
Hey, this is Adam, the guy that got the new neck on your 20th anniversary.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
How you feeling, man?
Neck's doing good.
All right, good, because you didn't look great when you were there.
It's working. So I've had about 20 jobs, most of it in the aviation field. I have done restaurants, retail, laid carpet and tile for a few years. I've currently been at my large aircraft manufacturer for about 26 years.
Okay.
That's a good haul, man.
Yeah. I got another year and a half to go, and I'm out.
I was going to say, I know the benefits have got to be good. They'd probably give you a good pension and all that.
Yeah, they started to, and then they took it away.
Well, let me ask you this. You get on a plane, and it's an Airbus. You start looking around like, what did they mess up around here?
I texted you guys yesterday. This is what I was going to tell you. I've worked on Cessnas. I've worked on World War II radial aircraft engines. I've worked on helicopters, and I've worked on commercial airplanes. I would trust my life the most with a World War II radial aircraft engine.
Oh, that's very comforting.
Is that just because of the reliability of it?
Yes, there's no real electronics with it.
Hey, look, man, there's a reason that people still have a refrigerator in their basement from 1965, and it's fine.
I do.
Correct.
You know, I mean, look, it might be using a little bit more energy than they would like you to, but so
it
what?
Works.
It hums.
Yeah.
Yes, it does, and they are very reliable airplanes.
All right.
So worst job is probably flipping burgers. Best job was probably when I was working on helicopters. I got laid off for 3 years and went back to the radial engine company that I worked for, started doing helicopters. So I worked on helicopter engines. And it was the best group of guys. We had so much fun. We screwed around so much. And we got our work done. But it was just, you couldn't beat it. The guys were great. The bosses sucked, but the guys were great. And we just had a lot of fun. And I'm still friends with a dozen of them.
Do you think you have the knowledge to get in there and have a basic idea of how to fire that thing up and take off?
All we did was they would send in like components of an engine, and they would throw on a flight squawk, and they would go, okay, at 3,000 RPMs, it would do this, and it would make the helicopter shake. So we would have to put it on a test bench, fire it up, get it up to 3,000 RPMs, and try to see what was going on with it.
Okay.
And then we would end up just basically tearing it all apart, rebuilding it, make sure it works on the flow bench, and then send it back out. One of our biggest customers was the U.S. Coast Guard.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
All right. So I'm curious. You said you've worked on passenger planes, Cessnas, the World War II radio plane, and helicopters. So in order, 1 through 4, where is your trust level? We know you're starting World War II. What are you most comfortable with next?
I would go helicopter.
Wow.
Then Cessna, then commercial plane.
Jesus, really?
So what I was scared in that Cessna was in better hands than a commercial plane?
Yes, because it's a top wing plane. Even if it loses complete power, it can still glide a lot better than a commercial.
Based on weight.
Based on weight.
Okay, that makes sense.
Well, that's comforting to know that out of 4, the passenger plane, the one that we are most likely
think about
to
a
be
glider. The fact that it's lighter. So how?
I mean, but it's designed for that specifically.
Right.
So you're like, yeah, of course.
It is wild too. Like I just gotta say, like right, he's talking about working for a giant company and took away pensions and stuff.
Yeah.
And we go on and on in this country. Talking about like, oh, it used to be great, this and that. Like, people used to have pensions.
Yeah.
People used to retire.
It brought you a little security in your life, right?
You could spend money for the rest of your retirement and put it back in the economy.
Boom.
How many different places have you worked, and what were your best or worst jobs? 206-803-ROCK.
All right, so I counted. I had 25 jobs that I can remember. Miles, you had what, 18? Something like that.
Yeah.
Where were you at, Ted? Like 11, 12?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Mike, where are you at on this?
I think I'm at 8.
You're at 8. That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right.
I started
You've been here a hot minute.
Right. Started as a paper boy. I worked I called it a utility worker. There was an old gal that lived on the other side of town from me that I eventually got hooked up to, mower lawn, trimmer trees and stuff like that, pull weeds, stuff like that, pressure wash a fence. So I still got technically paid to do that.
Sure.
Worked as a dishwasher at one point. Got fired from that one.
Why'd you get fired as a dishwasher?
Fired as a dishwasher, bro. I mean, damn.
I honestly, they said I wasn't getting the job done. And
Does your wife say
put
that?
them in the machine.
Does your wife say that now?
No.
Okay.
No, she's
How
all right
do you
with the way
not
that I
get
was.
the job done? You put it in the machine.
Well, for one thing, we ran out of hot water about a quarter way into the shift. And 2, there was just...
Is it the pots and pans? Were you slow on the pots and pans?
No, I was fine on the pots and pans that I can remember. Like, honestly, that one was a bit of a shock. I think it was just because I was leaving so much to work other places that they just kind of found a flimsy excuse to get rid of me. Like, I'm not going to give them too much grief over it. Worked at Jack in the Box after that, switched over to the pool, got fired from that one. We all know that story. And
Still hate that woman.
I do. And then, I'm sorry, she sucks.
You could have hurt people, Mike.
Yeah, I know. Yes, I could have. Could have. Didn't. And then I ended up working at the car auction. I started out, and I worked a handful of jobs there. I started out on the lot, just kind of moving cars around. Ended up being a lane coordinator, if you will, on sale days, making sure that all the cars ran on time and in order and stuff like that, which is, for whatever reason, harder than one would think.
I can believe that.
So,
did you sell that Bentley today?
No, I did not.
What was the asking price?
They needed about 140 for it.
Jesus.
I mean, it's a Bentley.
And it's currently on offer for $125. So
Okay.
yeah. And that was the old man doing that. I couldn't get it up there, man. I'm learning from him for a reason. And then after working the lot, I moved over to the detail shop. That's when I found I wanted to do radio and not detail cars. So I moved over into the world of radio. And honestly, other than a little bit of promotions work, this has been my only job in radio. And then
I
of course,
poached you from VD, though.
Yes, you did.
Because VD was going to hire you to be like a production assistant.
Yeah.
So I didn't know. So
I
went
wouldn't have a job today.
Exactly. But because he was like, well, I was going to hire him. I said, yeah, I know, but I'm saying I want to hire him. And we're just kind of looking at each other. He's like, no. Like, I brought him here. I was going to hire him. I'm like, no, VD, I get it, man. I completely understand what you're saying. We're going to hire him.
Yeah. And the thing is that I showed up,
Snooze and lose, buddy.
I showed up to try to get a spot on the Wolf that day.
Really?
Yes.
The Wolf.
The Wolf was was looking, and I was told, like, go give him a demo tape. I was like, all right, cool. So I dropped off the demo tape, and I was like, I'm going to go talk to the guys.
Who was the morning show then?
The morning show was Fitz at that point.
Okay. Yeah.
And that was Preston. That was the program director.
Right.
Of that station.
Yep. How many different places have you worked, and what were your best or worst jobs? 206-803 Rock.
And then the auctions.
So between that time, he didn't count the one job I hired him for. Like Mike was
that's right.
So I call, right? He had already, were you on the street team?
Yes,
you
I was a street
intern?
teamer.
All right.
So I was a street teamer at this point.
All right, so I said, can you help me on the weekend? He goes, yeah. I said, I need to get this couch. So I ran a box truck. I don't want to drive the box truck. Mike says, I'll drive it.
Got to help my boy out.
Right, we drive down like Federal Way. We go to the store. Now, I am the dumbass in this. Probably should have called ahead. You can't just show up and go, we want a couch. And then they're like, we're not going to give it to you. We'll ship it up there this afternoon, but it comes in pieces.
Oh.
So Mike drives the box truck back. We drop it off. We go to my place in Belltown. And then I think we went to a half of a Sounders game and then came back.
So I could build it for you.
To draft, right. And then Mike put the time to build it together.
Damn. Mike Moonlight. By the way, the reason I asked, what do you think the average number of jobs a person in the United States holds in their life?
I'll say 15.
15?
I'll say 20.
20?
I'll go 12.
It is 12, exactly.
Oh.
The average person holds about 12 jobs in their lifetime.
Yeah, I'm up to like 18 if I add in all the different stations. I just put radio as one.
Well, you got to add the stations.
Yeah, you do,
because
because it's a different job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to board op the rap station that ended up being Live 105 on the weekends. That's a good story. And then I go up to the PD and I go, you ever going to let me work a regular shift? And she goes, basically, she just goes, no, you're too white. And I go, well, DJ.
What do you mean you're too white? Couldn't
I
you
go,
say I'm white?
DJ, what's his name is white? And she's like, yeah, but.
But he's DJ. What's his name?
Right.
Exactly.
And then I said, okay, well, I'm not going to work any shifts for you anymore. And she was like, well, why not? I was like, well, I've always been of the theory, if there's no advancement or hope of advancement,
why would I?
Right. What's the word? Incentive.
Right.
We had a cool guy that worked on the end we got here, DJ No Name.
Oh, yeah.
He was really good. How many different places have you worked, and what were your best or worst jobs? 206-803 Rock.
Hello, Elias. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
All right, so I probably had about, 15 jobs, probably around there.
All right.
I guess this is my best and worst job. I was a secret shopper for, wasn't for Safeway, but it was for a contract company.
So what exactly do you do if you're the secret shopper?
Watch tweakers for hours.
Okay.
Well, but are you supposed to buy certain products, or how does that work? I understand that from a restaurant perspective.
Sure.
But how does it work?
About whatever you want. I mean, you can walk around. You're pretty much just doing laps around the store. You can grab a cart. You can make it seem as legit as you want. But yeah, it was pretty much. I would watch tweakers for they would be in the store for 5 hours, just loading up carts, waiting for their moment.
So were you more security? Was that more of a security position?
More of just stopping them from stealing.
Okay.
All right. We were on a team, so we're allowed to. I don't really know where the line draws, but the company told us that we were allowed to be hands-on and bring them back into the store to either call the cops or trespass them, whichever one.
Let me ask you this. If you were secret shopping and there's a customer in your grocery store and they're in the produce section and you see them steal and eat a grape, do you approach them?
No.
Thank you.
You watch them. I mean, it's kind of just that's just like just an open door, I mean, what else are they going to do? That's kind of what you're thinking.
Okay, so you're going to keep your eye on them and see what else.
Maybe he's going to take 2 grapes.
What if they grab an apple and just kind of eat that?
No.
Too much?
I think, it's got to be worth it, worth the trouble.
Okay, so an apple, yes, a grape, no.
It depends on the apple. I mean, Granny Smith, maybe.
Okay.
Oh, wow. I like your thinking. Okay.
I figured you'd appreciate that.
Yeah.
How many different places have you worked, and what were your best or worst jobs? 206-803-ROCK.
I mean, look, I don't work at security, but I can tell at the grocery store sometimes. These people are just dumb.
Oh, the people that are trying to rip it off.
Yeah, like right, a couple of them, it's like, you smell like piss.
Right.
Right? And like BO. So, guessing you don't have money to be in here.
Generally speaking, yeah.
And then they're just so weird and fidgety, and it's like, it's obvious you're going to steal something.
And usually it's kind of the choice of groceries, too. Because I'm thinking, does anyone really need 7 cases of Red Bull? Is that really why you're in here? No, you're not. Like the dirty sweatpants, I can smell you from the other side of the aisle.
Dude, when I was in Capitol Hill, I was walking home one night, and like out of the shadow, I hear these 2 dudes go, You want to buy some beers for $1? So I'm like, well, $1 beer.
Yeah.
And I look at them, and I forget what it was, but it was some IPA. And I go, I'm not going to buy them as I know you just stole them from the store. It's like, you could sell those for like $3 a can, and people would buy them.
They'd buy them.
Yeah.
Why didn't you buy them?
Because they were an IPA.
I would have bought.
And honestly, I used to love the City Market. I could tell they stole it from the City Market. So out of respect to City Market, God, I still love that little quarter. I mean, it's a great little.
I would have
chicken.
bought the beer and then told him later, "Hey, man, I think somebody stole the 6-pack."
You're
and
right.
I think that because I bought it.
Miles is right too. I was in that City Market all the time. I knew everybody that worked there, and I loved their fried chicken.
God, I forgot fried chicken.
How many different places have you worked, and what were your best or worst jobs? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Brian. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitch, hola.
Hola.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Just wanted to say, long-time listener, first-time caller. Congrats on 20 years. You
Hey,
guys
thank
are
you.
fantastic.
Oh, thank you, man.
I love listening to you guys in the afternoon on my way home from work and when I get home. So just appreciate the job you guys have done the last 20 years supporting the Seattle area.
Hey, man, we
thank you, brother.
appreciate you being there. If it weren't for you, we wouldn't have a job.
It's pretty simple. Yep, that easy.
I've had about 13 jobs in my life. I'm going to tell you about the worst job I've ever had. I worked for, I don't know if I can say the name of the company or not, but I'm going to anyways, because I don't work there anymore. I don't care. Tim's Cascade Potato Chips.
Okay.
And my job was literally to stand on a conveyor belt and wait for raw potatoes to come to me and pick them up and then slice them with a metal blade that was right in front of me.
Wow. It
Just
wasn't
standing there
automated?
8 hours a day. Nope, wasn't automated. This was about 15 years ago, so I don't know if they've gotten AI or advanced any of their technology or whatnot. But literally for 8 hours a day, standing on a conveyor belt, picking up potatoes and then slicing them over a metal blade.
They got bought out by a big company.
They're automated now.
Yeah.
Then.
Yeah, that, however, wasn't the worst part. The worst part was I stood directly behind the vat of salt and vinegar that just boiled all day.
How bad did you
when I got
smell?
home from work, my girlfriend at the time told me I stunk. I needed to take a shower. So I took 3 showers that night, scrubbed my body with a loofah, did everything I could to get this stink off of me, and I could not do it.
You still smelled like
no
a
matter
douche.
what I did.
Yeah, basically.
Summer's Eve again? Yes.
How long did you work there?
2 days. Only job I ever quit.
2
After the
days?
second day, I couldn't handle not getting anything in the bedroom anymore and decided it was time to find a new job.
Now, would you ever order salt and vinegar potato chips?
No. To this
Okay,
day,
all
I
right.
can't stand the smell of it.
Okay,
It doesn't
all
matter
right.
the brand or anything. It's just, ugh.
I like your decision making. Hey, fellas, listen. Thank you for hiring me. I'm not getting laid.
I wasn't near the
I'm out.
Hawaiian, so they're fine with those.
Yeah. Hey, man, it is what it is. Like, that comes first at the end of the day. You got to have your priorities straight.
That's right.
You're right, but I
mean, look,
man, Tim's salt and vinegar. I love those chips.
I do, but then again, I did not stand next to the boiling vat. But he's not wrong. Like, if your job prevented you from getting laid, like that,
Yeah.
I'm not doing this, man. Sorry.
How many different places have you worked? What were your best or worst jobs? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Chris. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola!
Hola!
I've been trying to count it up as I've been on hold. I want to say maybe 16 to 18 jobs.
All right, that seems to be about our average today.
Well, worked in catering over COVID, so wasn't too many people hiring then.
Yeah, I was going to say, that sounds like a very non-lucrative job right there. What was your first job?
First job was I went to junior high school in Ohio. We had where Wright State plays at the Nutter Center out there. I was part of you could work at 14 and a half out there. And I wanted a job before I was 14. I wanted stuff that I wanted to buy. So I had the lovely job of switching over the floors in between ice rink, basketball games, and concerts, which is amazing because if you know the hours of when they do that, I still can't believe my dad let me do that.
It's overnight, isn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was a good workout, kind of, and it gave me a new appreciation for what goes on there.
How long does that take, on average, the process of switching over the floors for different events?
It's about 2.5 hours, depending on the floor, and then we're only really doing the floors and helping break down, especially for hockey games. Take the plexiglass teams. You know, you're not going to have a kid remove plexiglass on his own, but we went in worked as teams, and certainly the hockey boards and then the plexiglass above that took the most time because you got to be really careful.
What arena? Were you
Nutter
in
Center? It was the Irvin J. Nutter Center out there in Dayton, Ohio.
That is the name
I'm
of it.
looking it up right now. The Nutter Center. So that's not the Dayton Arena.
No. That's where they play the lovely first stage of the tourney, baby.
Oh, the high school. So the Flyers don't play there anymore.
Yeah, the Flyers play at UD Arena.
Okay.
Is what that's called. And then, Wright State plays at the Irvin J. Nutter Arena.
The Nutter Arena.
The Nutter Arena.
Yeah.
Join us.
You'll get fired if you don't. Not you, but if you work there, you can't. Yeah. So,
can't giggle. Did you work at the Nutter Center?
We're not going to change the name, but you can't giggle.
You can only imagine as kids.
Sure.
I got to ask, does it have anything to do with Little Debbie and
Nutter Butters?
Nutter Butters, the candy?
No, Irvin. I'm just leaving that alone. No,
it's just the guy's name.
Did you ever meet Mr. Nutter?
I don't think he was alive.
Okay.
In the late '90s or mid '90s. Yeah.
Oh, you're right. All right. So he was like a philanthropist, local businessman, donated a bunch of money.
Who's that?
Porn star.
Irvin J. Nutter.
Oh, Irvin J. Nutter. Okay.
Irv Nutter.
Just want to make sure. At least he got the arena. This is true. And I don't remember if it's Indianapolis or Indiana, but there was, because I don't remember if this guy was the mayor of Indianapolis or the governor of Indiana. Anyway, he had 4 consecutive terms. He was elected. The people loved him. He's still very well regarded there. He has since passed, but his family's there. Anyway, do you remember this, Ted?
I can't remember
Harry,
the name.
Mr. Harry.
So his name was Harry Balls, Balls, but it is pronounced Balls. Okay, so they were going to honor this guy. Keep in mind, he was there for 4 terms, and apparently he did a lot to turn around the city or state, whichever one it was. Anyway, so they're going to open this big-ass building in honor of him, and the city ended up shooting it down. It's like 5-10 years ago. They wouldn't do it.
Just Indiana. It's Fort Wayne.
Okay, yeah, because the family's like, dude, just open the building. You're honoring the legacy that they left behind. And they said, look, we'd love to, but we can't call this the Harry Balls Center. I think it was actually the Harry Balls Center.
It was a library.
Harry Balls Library. Yeah, so they ended up not doing it. You researching Harry Balls?
Look, if he wasn't such
don't do images.
If he was such a badass and good at football, we would make fun of Dick Butkus all day long.
Sure.
Yes.
What about Randy Johnson for crying out loud? Right here.
Jimmy Johnson.
I know. It's so redundant at that point.
Well, but Jimmy Johnson's so close. For some reason, Jimmy Johnson doesn't hit for me.
It would be cool if his middle initial were R. So it's like Jimmy R. Johnson.
You're like Papa Murphy. I mean, you could get you could go
Jimmy
for
and
it.
Johnson.
Yeah, Jimmy and Johnson.
Tara Daly, Steve makes the Daily Makes Morning Show on the way. We're going to sit and spin. We've got the 10 biggest Halloween songs in history. And your emails coming up next from the men's room at KISW.com.
To remind you that 60% of sales on Amazon come from independent sellers, here's John from Devil Dog Pet Company.
We run our family business from Sterling Heights, Michigan, but we can reach customers all over the country thanks to Amazon. Good boy.
Shop small business on Amazon.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
Coming at you live from Auto Trader, here's New Car Energy.
They're searching inventory. You can make a budget for your wallet to help you succeed. It's smarter car shopping just for
Find
you.
your next ride at autotrader.com, powered by Auto Intelligence.
Is your business ready for what's next? Think about where you want to be in 3 years, 5 years, 10. Growth isn't about numbers. It's having the right specialist by your side. Moss Adams and Baker Tilly have joined forces to create a remarkable new organization. It's one advisory firm with resources, expertise, and vision built specifically to serve the middle market to help you get to what's next. Learn how Baker Tilly can help your business pursue its vision of success. Visit bakertilly.com/combo.
At Lowe's, this Veterans Day and every day, verified military members, veterans, and their spouses get automatic silver status in My Lowe's Rewards with free standard shipping, plus 10% off eligible purchases with no annual limit. It's one way we honor and give back to those who have served and still do. Learn more now at lowes.com/military. 10% discount can't be combined with another offer. Exclusions, terms, and conditions apply. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
To remind you that 60% of sales on Amazon come from independent sellers, here's John from Devil Dog Pet Company.
We run our family business from Sterling Heights, Michigan, but we can reach customers all over the country thanks to Amazon. Good boy.
Shop small business on Amazon.
Is your business ready for what's next? Think about where you want to be in 3 years, 5 years, 10. Growth isn't about numbers. It's having the right specialist by your side. Moss Adams and Baker Tilly have joined forces to create a remarkable new organization. It's one advisory firm with resources, expertise, and vision built specifically to serve the middle market to help you get to what's next. Learn how Baker Tilly can help your business pursue its vision of success. Visit bakertilly.com/combo.
You're tuned into Auto Intelligence, live from Auto Trader, where data, tools, and your preferences sync to make your car shopping smooth.
They're searching inventory.
Oh, yeah.
They find what you need.
They're gonna find it.
You can make a budget for your wallet to help you succeed. Pricing's precise and true.
So true.
It's smarter car shopping.
Ooh.
Just for you.
Oh, it's just for you. Find your next ride at autotrader.com, powered by Auto Intelligence.
We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
10 biggest Halloween songs in history coming up as we'll sit and spin. But first, time for a few emails to the men's room at KISW.com.
You've got mail. You've got mail.
Couple from our question today about jobs, guys. Yes, that is correct. I've had at least 68. Damn. Best job, pizza delivery, as either while in college, as a second full-time job after I graduated, or as a part-time job later. I've got 23 years in the Army, retiring soon. I did a year for the railroad, but hated the hours.
I'm American on the railroad.
Worst job ever was industrial cleaning using a massive vacuum. Hardest work I've ever done for the least amount of pay. I've had up to 4 jobs at a time. From Brian at JBLM. Guys, I've had well over 20 plus in my life. Joys of not knowing what the hell you want to do when you're young. Worst job working landscaping back in 06. Long hours, physically exhausting, made $11 an hour. Boss was a jackass. I couldn't stand him. On the bright side, on the trucks, we listen to KISW, so I got introduced to you guys. Also, my boss turned off the radio, hated Ricker. So he became my favorite just because it pissed him off. I would work in Broski and Championshipism and Word and do as many talks as I could with him. Now that's funny. Most fun job was getting made good money to play Mario Kart in the mall.
I think those are the first words Rick ever said to me, and I'm not even kidding. Our boss is introducing us to everybody. I'm like, hey, man, I remember he shakes my hand and that was it. Yeah. He didn't say anything else.
We, Mike, just to be jackasses, we made Ted and Ben go in and do the crossovers because we couldn't understand what the hell he was saying.
I couldn't do it.
We're like, you guys do it.
Seriously, I went to the boss and said, I'm not doing
So they had to go there and just try to figure out what the hell he was talking about on a daily basis.
Every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
My favorite.
The Vietnam flashbacks I can see in your eyes when you say that.
Dude,
Every day.
I just want to give you an idea,
Every
Rick.
day.
And it wasn't trying to be funny. These are the two things I remember most about him being on the air. Okay, so we used to do the Rock Girl or whatever.
I'll search. And then we do the gala once they picked who the winners were.
So the different girls, they'd be interviewed by different shows, whatever. And you ask them whatever you're going to ask them. So Ricker asked this one woman, he says, hey, be honest with me, girl. You ever drive drunk? And she goes, no, I do not drive drunk. And also, I just lost my boyfriend like 3 months ago to a drunk driver. Ricker's response is, so you're saying you're single? Dude, I just remember sitting in the office.
We fell on the floor in our chair and like covered our heads.
And then I don't remember what the election was for. Maybe it was not governor, but
was it Dennis? Was it Constantine or who was it?
Somebody,
Dow Constantine.
He wants to get elected for something, whatever the hell he's running for. But anyway, they put him on Ricker's show, which is ill-advised. But they put him on Ricker's show, and he's going to give a spiel. So Ricker introduces this guy. Keep in mind, this is a white dude, and Ricker's like, I want to introduce my Negro. And this guy's like, no,
I'm not your Negro.
No, I didn't know. I do not get
I'm running for governor.
Yeah, there was plenty of those crosstalks where he would say something and I would just go, I'm out.
I'm not. No comment.
Right, because I'm like, I'm going to get in trouble if I respond to this. And don't get me wrong, I love Ricker. Like, he was a friend.
I love the guy, yeah.
We used to hang out, right? But yeah, there was a couple times I was just like, damn, man. Like, I don't know. Yeah, thanks, guys. Forgot about that.
Yeah. Best job is my current job. I work for Ace Cider. Okay, one more. Stop counting at 40 jobs. Roadie for the B-52s, which couldn't have been more entertaining and never failed to get me laid. Well, I've had a lot of awful jobs.
Get laid, baby.
Yeah. Have sex.
I think someone's checking you out.
Worst was a temp service out of Prescott, Arizona. One day, they sent me to the local landfill. The landfill was conveniently located adjacent to and downwind from a state park. My job, I got to collect litter that blew off the landfill into the park in the middle of the hot summer. Yeah. Okay, time for a few birthdays brought to you by Men's Room Roasted Red Salsa from San Juan Salsa Company.
Give responsibly.
Got the right date here. Today is the
28th.
All right, just making sure. Men's Room want to send a shout out to my husband, Raul, as he celebrates another year on the planet. He's the assistant program manager at PCSI on JBLM. Any ideas what PCSI is?
None.
On JBLM.
Yep. Great husband, awesome dad, all-around amazing guy. Can you give him some green beans and a fish sandwich? You guys are the best. Keep doing what you're doing. We I-5 commuters appreciate you. Thanks, guys. That from Lily.
Green bean. What? Green bean. Okay. Green bean.
Do I get a fish sandwich?
And all, guys, today's my 30th. Can I get the F-35 Jetstream guy, Happy Chinooka, and Coke Ted talking about what I should do for my 30th? Maybe Mickey and Goofy discussing the Adam Sandler show, since I'm going to see him at Climate Pledge tomorrow night. Nice. Thanks, guys. That from Ryan.
Happy Chinooka.
All right, man. You turn 30, come to Coke 10 for advice. I got two. What are you going to do for your birthday? Make it memorable. 2 chicks. Jesus. Or 2 dudes. I don't know what you're into.
Well, guys, if you like old Goofy, you're into everything. In fact, I'd love to tell you about the time that Adam Sandler saw me when I wasn't wearing pants. But I decided an NDA we can't discuss that night, but let's just say that man's down for anything.
I think you should go in there and just keep screaming, Opera Man, Opera Man. Let's see if he reacts.
Oh, he'll react.
Miles, I found it.
What is that?
That is the Professional Contract Services, Inc.
Ooh.
So they help support services to military bases and hospitals.
Oh, nice.
That makes sense that he's a JBLM then.
Yeah.
I'll take him more beer. Liquor and Horrors. Today's my 55th trip around the sun. Can I get the original too early to get a fish sandwich? And Mickey and Goofy telling me what I can expect when my wife and I take our kids, 9 and 11, to Disneyland next month. Love the show, guys. That from Steve in Gig Harbor.
Do I get a fish sandwich?
Bills.
I said, well, guys, you can expect to go broke and buy a lot of plastic stuff that's going to break. But while you're losing all your money for the kids, keep in mind, don't keep you distracted by crying about the long lines.
And don't forget, you can't buy a lifesaver anywhere else. You got to buy it at the park. It's more special that way, Dad.
Yeah, man.
Stuff being Mick when you got a cold.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Mick fights through it, man.
Yeah, but Coke 10 sounded great. All right, guys, here you go.
Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Ya's a Dirty Germans brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefly.
To remind you that 60% of sales on Amazon come from independent sellers, here's John from Devil Dog Pet Company.
We run our family business from Sterling Heights, Michigan, but we can reach customers all over the country thanks to Amazon. Good boy.
Shop small business on Amazon.
Is your business ready for what's next? Think about where you want to be in 3 years, 5 years, 10. Growth isn't about numbers. It's having the right specialist by your side. Moss Adams and Baker Tilly have joined forces to create a remarkable new organization. It's one advisory firm with resources, expertise, and vision built specifically to serve the middle market to help you get to what's next. Learn how Baker Tilly can help your business pursue its vision of success. Visit bakertilly.com/combo.
Coming at you live from Auto Trader, here's New Car Energy.
They're searching inventory. You can make a budget for your wallet to help you succeed. It's smarter car shopping just for
Find
you.
your next ride at autotrader.com. Powered by Auto Intelligence.
9.9 KISW. The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill.
All right, coming up here until 5:08, we'll drink and toast with the shot of the day. And we do have your headlines all the way at 5:50. But first, quick second with Mike Hogg and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
Well, thank you, Miles. A new survey found that weight loss drugs are bringing down the country's obesity rate.
Yeah. That's what
Good.
they do.
Right. It's kind of, I hope it would.
Yeah, that kind of a thing.
So once we take care of this problem, let's address the next problem and then fix
That'll
it
come up.
there.
It'll probably be something related to Ozempic. Ooh, turns out you shouldn't have been doing Ozempic.
Well, Ted had made a comment from that he had heard earlier that's like, you know what, at least the weight is being lost. We're not going to knock people for losing weight when they need to lose the weight. So the next step is finding why we got there in the first place and then changing things around. But at least we're getting
our
the weight
delicious
down.
food.
Correct. At least we're getting it down.
Yeah. Well, again, and I get it, right? I struggle with my weight all the time. But you look at obese people, it's like, well, just don't eat as much, work out. But you never tell it, like, people that are bulimic or have other technically eating disorders, it's like, oh, yeah, you got a real problem.
Right.
So some people, like Oprah said it best. She goes, I don't know. I just somehow, the switch to stop eating as much happened.
Yeah.
With the drug. So, yeah. It'll lower medical costs.
If it works.
Yes.
If it works. Right. Look, we know, Miles and I, and Thrill, we used to work with a guy who had a stomach thing, but he ate his way through it. So
it didn't work.
Right. Some people, it's not going to work.
It worked. He did not work.
Yeah.
Right? Like, man, you got the lap band, you look better, and they tell you don't go back to your normal ways of eating food. And he's like, F it, I lost the weight. And things went wrong.
Yeah, I mean, my cousin Carly struggled for years, and then she just went down to Mexico, got the surgery, did the exact things they said for a year, and she's been great. And now she does, mini sprint triathlons and everything.
There we go.
See, I wouldn't do all that. Just knowing me, I'd be like, I lost the weight and I do nothing now.
Rapid tooth loss has been linked to a higher risk of death in older people.
Rapid tooth loss?
Well, if you're rapidly losing your teeth,
is there anything healthy about that?
I know. That's kind of where I'm at.
Has that ever been a positive sign
Someone
in the
call that-
world of the medical profession? Like, man, he's losing a lot of teeth. He is living well.
Rapid hair loss found to be in connection with a higher risk of death. Like, yeah, it's because they're being irradiated.
Right.
What do you know? They're going downhill fast. Experts are warning that our eyes might not be able to process beyond 4K HD TVs.
Okay.
I understand what they're saying, though. Eventually, the resolution gets to the point where it's just it's negligible
looks
to
like
our eyes.
reality.
Right. Well, yeah, to a degree, yeah.
I mean, so then at that point, we should all save money on TVs. In a way of the 8K, but it doesn't register in my brain.
And that's kind of what the point of that story was, is like, don't listen to we got the 10K. Like, it doesn't matter.
Right. But I get it. People still buy it.
Oh, they'll buy it.
Yes.
And look, I'm
Absolutely.
guilty. If Miles bought one and he goes, you guys got to come over and see it.
Yep,
Can you
I'd
tell
be
the
there.
difference? I'd go, oh, you're right, dude. It looks so
man.
much better.
It's bigger.
I can see his mouthpiece.
Well, and we're going to start seeing them just add different styles, if you will, different features and different ways that they present the picture to where it will trick your brain into thinking that it's a better resolution.
I would say the streaming services, when they do their thing, it looks better.
Okay.
So when Netflix does Thursday Night Football,
yeah,
the game, the picture looks better.
It does look cleaner.
I don't, whatever that technology is, it just is a better picture.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
But I think that's the camera, not the TV.
Yeah, whatever
Right.
it is.
Have you watched the Amazon Thursday night game where you can watch it?
Oh, that's
where
what
it's,
it is.
where it's like Madden?
Yes. That's pretty neat.
Oh, it kind of like it lines up all the guys that'll have the arrows as they're running them, as their routes and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
So either if you're a football junkie or you're trying to teach somebody about the game, it's pretty cool.
It's a really neat feature. It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's on the same one. Honestly, as you're watching football, like I think you right from there, you can like just click on it and it'll be like, do you want to watch it in Amazon Prime View or something like that? Whatever it is.
I mean, look, my kid got into football as a direct result of playing Madden.
Yes.
He knew that I liked football, and on Sundays he'd hear me screaming and yelling and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Started playing Madden about 2 years later. Like, he is so dialed in with all things football now. I'm like, all right.
Right, and he probably knows more about those rosters
Dude,
than
he
any
does.
of us do.
He absolutely. That's why when the draft was coming up, he had a lot to say. Because that's why I feel like people that play Madden, like half of the time you're playing the game.
Yeah.
The other half of the time you're just setting up a team.
Yeah.
And that's as fun to them as it is to play. So
I never got into that part,
dude, there's not a detail about a player that is currently in the NFL that he does not know.
Yep.
The problem is he thinks that I also know.
That came along as I was playing video games and was still really hot into video games, especially Madden and whatnot. But I could not get into construct your own team.
Dude,
I'm not good at
he'll
this.
have me sit with him for like 45 minutes. All right, this guy, he's got to click through. The funny thing about all this is I'm so cool to see this video game transfer his interest to the actual sport. But when John Madden died,
right,
I get home from work, my son's like, Dad, did you know there's a guy named John Madden?
Did you know?
I said, I'm old enough to remember him, yes.
Yes.
He was like, that's why they call it Madden? I'm like, why else would they call it Madden? I'm like, absolutely, man. He thought that was the greatest thing.
Put your thinking caps on, boys. Time for the Merriam-Webster word of the day. It is an M word and a noun, and I give you 10% chance of actually getting it right. Okay? An M word, and it is a noun, and it refers to a collection of animals kept especially to be shown to the public, as well as the place where such animals are kept.
Menagerie.
By God, Steve,
All
you
right.
got it.
Nice work.
Way to hit the 10%.
Menage a trois.
Yes. Menage a trois.
Can also refer to it can refer figuratively to any varied mixture of things. A menagerie.
Yeah.
Damn, dude, good work. Proud of you, Steve.
What did you drink last night? It was a menagerie.
I kind of did. I had a bunch of different stuff, man.
You guys hit the Jello shot tower?
No, I did not do Jello shots with my son. It was their soccer team's, like, that was our last game party kind of thing. At a pizza joint, and I get there, my wife's like, hey, I got wine. Like, all right. So I had a glass of wine, and then I went over to the bar, and then we went to another bar, and I had more beer, and then I got a whiskey and something else. I felt it this morning, is my point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Data from OpenAI found that hundreds of thousands of ChatGPT users may be suffering from a mental health crisis.
You don't say.
Just going to breeze right over that.
It explains itself.
Scientists have found a biological difference between normal people and psychopaths. They found a biological difference.
So you're just born that way.
Longer
Pretty
pinky
much.
finger.
So they found that people that can be classified as psychopaths have a larger, I hope it's called striatum.
All right.
And what that is that it is a part of the brain that is the link between motivation and motor movements.
Okay.
So I'm wondering how that correlates, but motivation and motor movements in psychopaths tells me, like, okay, so having this be bigger tells me that they have a lot more of a connection there.
I at least feel better going, they can't help themselves.
Yeah, well, we kind of.
I mean, we used to have a boss, a complete psychopath. It still is, and you're like, I know you can't just be that much of a douche through upbringing.
Correct.
Right? It is impossible, but it does kind of explain a lot. You're like, okay.
I mean, Ed Gein had lampshades that were made out of people's faces. At some points, like, I understand, like, he can not do this, but the fact that he does means he really can't help that he's doing this.
Right, because that's a lot of trouble to go through.
That's a whole lot, right?
Because at no point in the process did he say, man, I should not do this. He followed through to make a lampshade.
Here's the thing. I think he did. Like, watching it, I want to watch that monster series on Netflix, but the same creator that did the Dahmer story, that was one bit that Dahmer talked about, is that, no, he knew full well what he was doing, and that he hated himself for having done it.
Yeah, my wife just watched something, not the one you watch, Miles, because I even asked her. It's something about Jeffrey, because she's just like, Jesus Christ, Jeffrey Dahmer was crazy. I said, what was your tip-off?
Yeah.
When I heard what he was arrested for, I pieced that together.
Don't watch that Neighbor show on Netflix.
Yeah, I know. It's on
crushing.
there.
It's crushing.
Yeah.
I keep seeing people posting about it. I'm good.
A new psychological study found that embracing silence in your relationship is actually a good thing.
You hear that, wife?
In fact, it's one of those surprising things that just all of a sudden it's good for you.
The Men's Room Top 10. The Men's Room Top 10.
So this comes from verywellmind.com, and it's surprising ways to make your relationship even better. So obviously we know the things that are actually good for it. But
Stop drinking. That's the first thing my wife would say. How about that?
Get out of one.
So they do start with saying spending time apart. It sounds counterintuitive as a way to improve your relationship, but take a break from your partner. Everybody needs their own space and quality time outside of a relationship. Dating and marriage counselors remind us that you deserve that breathing room. And sometimes, distance makes the heart grow fonder. I don't think it's saying, hey, one of you fly to Florida, the other one flies to Mexico, that kind of a thing. But you don't need to spend every waking moment that you're not at work together.
Correct.
There is that third place. There is that life that is yours individually that you do want to share with your partner, but
I'll tell you about it later.
Right.
I mean, honestly, that's it.
That's a great way to put it.
I will tell you about the good time I had later. Yeah.
And I don't think, I don't have to be into everything you're into. You don't have to be into everything I'm into.
That's right.
Not at all.
That's right. Go to sleep at the same time. Emphasis on the same time. They're not necessarily in the same bed. Perhaps you've already read that most American adults are not getting the 7 to 8 hours per night of healthy sleep that they need. But did you know that going to bed at different times negatively impacts you and your partner? For a healthier relationship, head to bed at the same time. There are night owls and early birds who live on different schedules, and then there are those who work in bed while the other is watching Netflix in another room. Whenever the situation, synchronize your bedtimes. According to Chris Brantner, a certified sleep science coach, 75% of couples don't go to bed together, which has negative effects. Those with mismatched sleep patterns report more conflict, less conversation, and have less sex than those who go to bed together.
That's one of the things I miss about being married.
Going to bed.
Just that feeling of being close and sleeping with my wife.
There you go.
Well, my wife always falls asleep before me, but it's on the couch. So technically, we go to bed at the same time.
Sure.
Because I will wake her up a couple hours later, like, hey, let's get to the bed. But she is up by 4:30 or 5 a.m.
There you go.
Every morning, without a doubt. I'm up until about 1 or 2, depending on the night. But for whatever reason, it works very well for us. We're very productive when the other one is asleep.
Sure.
Right? So I do most of the night duties, so to speak. She does most of the morning duty, and we don't interrupt each other.
But you guys go to bed at the same time.
Yeah.
You might still be awake for several hours afterwards.
Sure.
And she's awake several hours before you are.
Absolutely.
But you guys go to bed at the same time.
Yeah.
My wife and I are the same thing. If I'm going to bed, I lay down and I'm out.
Right.
But I'm up at 5:30 in the morning. Ooh. When she goes to bed, she is awake until probably 1 o'clock in the morning, but if she doesn't have to be awake till 1 o'clock in the morning. Exactly. So just kind of logging off at the same time is the healthy part there.
Huh. All right.
There you go. Be vulnerable, which we all hear about, right? Sometimes you have to dig deep to be vulnerable. Couples may find it surprising, but if each one becomes curious about one's own blind spots, discovers them, and then is courageous enough to share that vulnerability, it can help create deeper intimacy. Let's see. A blind spot doesn't necessarily mean a fault or a weakness, but rather a deeply held belief about oneself or about how a relationship is supposed to work or how love is expressed. The belief is so deep that we don't even realize that we have it, hence the term blind spot.
Yeah, but I think that should be the person you talk to.
Yes.
You don't tell them everything, but if something's bugging you, or you put it this way, I know one thing. We will be honest with each other.
Correct.
That we have no problem with. Like, look, man, just say what you got to say, especially if I'm asking.
Right.
I don't have to like the answer, but that's one thing we've agreed on. Just be honest.
The wife and I kind of set that precedent early on in the relationship. I set that precedent early on in the relationship that I'm going to say things that are going to hurt you, but I intend to take this the distance. So I don't ever want you to question if what I'm telling you is true. I don't want you to ever question if I'm withholding something from you. You are going to know everything that I think. You are going to know everything that I have a problem with. You're going to know everything that I am questioning, everything that I've got going on. It's going to hurt. It's going to suck, but you know about it.
But she can do the same to you, right?
Exactly. No, God, no. Keep it to yourself.
Jeez. Just lie to me.
No. Criminy, man. I don't need that pressure. Surprising ways to make your relationship better. Create novel experiences. Open a book and just start writing. No, although eating your favorite pizza every Saturday night and incorporating rituals in your life strengthens relationships, boredom does creep in. Therefore, you should shake things up. Pepper your routine with unpredictable date nights and moments of fun.
Have sex in the guest bedroom.
Yeah! Continuing with spontaneity many years into a marriage is important, according to a relationship expert. Her book, 5 Simple Steps to Take Your Marriage from Good to Great, is based on findings of a groundbreaking study she directed that followed 373 married couples for over 20 years. She found many spouses felt like they were in a rut. I will say, my wife is so much better at we're going to go do this week. I'm like, all right, cool.
Oh, I can count on that.
Yeah.
I don't need to make plans.
Right.
I might have plans for me and be like, hey, man, on this night, I'm going to do this thing. But otherwise, I don't need to make plans.
I like to think of it as our responsibility in that is just be down for the novel experiences. Because what I have found about my wife, she doesn't like when I come up with the novel experiences.
Yeah.
No, you know why? Because, okay, what friend of yours told you that?
That's exactly right.
Steve did. Steve doesn't know good pizza.
Right, exactly.
And then 3 weeks later, one of her friends says, hey, you should try this pizza place. It's like, that's the one Steve was telling me about.
Yeah.
We should go there.
We should go, because now my friend told
It's
us.
the source of information.
Now I'm interested.
Right, now I care. Yeah. How did that happen?
It's like giving directions.
Yeah.
And you sure, look, man, I'm telling you, this is the way to go. I'm not going to go that way. And then your friend Cindy calls. Go that way. We're going this way because Cindy said to. All right, cool.
They do. They wait for certain people. It's like, I thought I was the one you
We
trusted.
should watch this show. Who told you that, Miles? Was it Steve? Maybe. I'm not watching that. Again, 2 weeks later.
See, she never tries to figure out who told me. She just wonders why in the hell why would you watch that? Looked kind of interesting.
Yeah,
that interests me.
Those are a friend of mine that would tell me he's a foodie.
Okay.
Very, very high places to go that he enjoyed.
Yeah.
High end, yeah.
And then,
the restaurant must have no more than one syllable.
I would recommend these places, and typically when we would go, the food was great.
Okay.
But she did not want to, she fought me on it, right?
Yeah.
But I swear to God, the next thing I knew, she was out with her friend. They were going to go see a show or something.
Old Marge wants to go to this.
And that's where they go for dinner.
So she can tell you that it's good.
Yeah.
And you're like, I haven't gone yet.
I wanted to go with you on Thursday night, dude. But you said no because Steve said it was good. I'm using you as an example.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Or I'm not, maybe.
Steve doesn't know good food.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, Jesus
F
Christ.
Steve.
Oh, man.
I'll give Phil enough credit, but sometimes I'll ask about something, it'll go, it's good. Now, you won't like it, but it's a good restaurant.
Just know your audience. It's like asking someone about a movie, like certain people. It's not that I don't trust their opinion, but they know what I like. I know what they like.
Correct.
So, like, if it's a horror movie, I'm going to go to Mike.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go to you, because you'll be like, it was scary.
Right. I watched a handful of movies over the weekend. I wouldn't recommend one of them to Ted. I liked them.
And if it's a day off, don't listen to me because it's just going to be a war movie.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. What happened to your rom-com on planes, Ted? Days, Ted?
Well, thanks to my Xfinity app, I can watch live TV.
Surprising.
Rom-coms went out the window.
Surprising ways to make your relationship better. Surprise with little things. Don't worry, I got a little thing that surprises her all the time.
I can't believe it's that small.
Small gestures keep the spark alive and remind your partner you are thinking about them. Happy
Like teriyaki lube.
See? Here comes full circle, buddy.
Hey, let me rip that blackhead out of the middle of your back. It's huge. I know you can't see it.
It's called F-sauce.
Yeah.
Surprise! I brought in another check.
It's little things.
I'm thinking of you.
Surprise! You're surprised at the door. Don't be angry. Happy couples are kind to each other. Giving or volunteering to help out is a plus. In fact, acts of kindness are powerful, and those that are unplanned tend to fuel overall well-being.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, man. Come on.
Of course.
I like this one. Fight better.
All right.
Which sounds funny.
Use your jab.
Right.
I'm kidding.
Keep the right
see
up.
you coming, didn't you?
Keep the right up.
Keep your hands up. Keep your hands up.
No, they actually
Kidney shot. Uh-huh.
They give you a couple deals here. Soften the startup, edit what you say, and offer repair attempts. Focus on the positives. I understand what they're talking about there. Couples are going to fight. There is no the perfect couple fights when nobody's watching.
Mm-hmm.
When nobody's watching. Not on the middle of the doggone street screaming at the top of your lungs.
Kiss my ass, Tony.
That's right. And that's the whole thing, you know. And when my wife and I bicker, we actually have a very harsh agreement. Like, we never take it to the F-U. We never take it to the, well, you got a little, nah.
Right.
You know, we never take it to that level unless we're being facetious.
Do you beat her to the punch? I know I have a small penis.
Oh, I beat her to death. You saw her. 2 black eyes when she came in here. Busted up damn nose.
That's true. That's true.
No, but that's, as long as it's constructive. We are fighting because I frustrated you or vice versa.
Yeah.
Keep it constructive. Keep it to where I need to be corrected or you need to soften up. One of the two things. Or vice versa. Same thing.
Yeah, we just got to stop fighting. Right? If you know you're going
Go
to
away.
disagree, it's just like, even if we reach a conclusion of this doesn't matter, if the answer is no, we're like, all right, let's move on, man.
Then I'll leave you with this last surprising way to make your relationship better.
A throuple.
Share a loving story. Very close.
Oh, man, I picked up this hooker on Aurora.
I swear I'm in love.
And, I learned this kissing technique. I want to try it. It involves a cold sore.
Oh, no.
Say, she let you kiss her?
Yeah.
And it's what you guys are thinking about. It might surprise you. Reminiscing can help enhance your relationship. Conversations that start with remember when and track down
Remember
every
when you
lane,
used to give me a mouth hug?
You guys don't know what to do. Just talk to
No,
your
I
people.
took her to Burger Master. I'm going to take you there, too.
Miles, what happens when a booty call in New Jersey gets stood up?
I don't know what happens.
I'll tell you at 5:50.
Thank you, sir. Headlines are coming up at 5:50. In the meantime, have we made it to Drink It Time?
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the men's room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drink time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink desk and Steve at Thrill Hill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. And today we toast the fine city of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I don't know if you knew this, but actor Michael Keaton, he is, in fact, from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
I did not know that.
He is, and in fact, they're so proud of this that he was inducted into the new Pittsburgh Walk of Fame, kind of like the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
All right.
And he was part of the inaugural class that included George Benson, Andy Warhol, Roberto Clemente, and other Steel City luminaries. It's actually a pretty
Fred
solid
Rogers
lineup.
probably should be on there.
I did not see his name on there.
He'll get
Can you
right
believe
in.
that?
Yeah.
But the inaugural one, freaking Mr. Rogers. Anyway, he was not there. Anyway, Keaton, he attended the ceremony, unlike everyone else, and he expressed his gratitude in a speech. Quote, "There's nothing like being recognized by your hometown because it's actually the place that makes you who you are. That star, I hope, mostly kids, when you walk through here and they look down at this star of mine and the stars of all these other people, I hope they look up and just wonder what's possible," which is sweet stuff. But we're toasting them because they spelled his name wrong.
Oh, no.
Yeah. They got everyone else's name right. The one dude who shows up.
Keaton?
They spelled his first name wrong.
Michael?
Uh-huh. They got the A and the E.
Did they go E-A-L?
They flipped them
Everybody
around.
does that. It's like it's the same for everybody.
I don't know how. Anyway, they were very apologetic. Keaton's just like, hey, man, as
Michael
happens.
Keaton.
But they're going to...
I got Pittsburgh education, too, there, Jens.
There
Do
you
Jens
go.
want to be my neighbor?
Won't you please?
Just put Mr.
Jens, come in and be my neighbor.
So we pour this booze and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy.
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies. Down the hola bichola.
All right, let's get a contestant on the line there for Profile This, 206-803-ROCK. Profile This is next.
To remind you that 60% of sales on Amazon come from independent sellers, here's John from Devil Dog Pet Company.
We run our family business from Sterling Heights, Michigan, but we can reach customers all over the country thanks to Amazon. Good boy.
Shop small business on Amazon.
Is your business ready for what's next? Think about where you want to be in 3 years, 5 years, 10. Growth isn't about numbers. It's having the right specialist by your side. Moss Adams and Baker Tilly have joined forces to create a remarkable new organization. It's one advisory firm with resources, expertise, and vision built specifically to serve the middle market to help you get to what's next. Learn how Baker Tilly can help your business pursue its vision of success. Visit bakertilly.com/combo.
You're tuned into Auto Intelligence, live from Auto Trader, where data, tools, and your preferences sync to make your car shopping smooth.
They're searching inventory.
Oh, yeah.
They find what you need.
They gon' find
and
it.
You can make a budget for your wallet to help you succeed. Pricing's precise and true.
So true.
It's smarter car shopping.
Ooh.
Just for you.
Oh, it's just for you.
Ooh.
Find your next ride at autotrader.com. Powered by Auto Intelligence.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
At Lowe's, this Veterans Day and every day, verified military members, veterans, and their spouses get automatic silver status in My Lowe's Rewards with free standard shipping, plus 10% off eligible purchases with no annual limit. It's one way we honor and give back to those who have served and still do. Learn more now at Lowe's.com/military. 10% discount can't be combined with another offer. Exclusions, terms, and conditions apply. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
To remind you that 60% of sales on Amazon come from independent sellers, here's John from Devil Dog Pet Company.
We run our family business from Sterling Heights, Michigan, but we can reach customers all over the country thanks to Amazon. Good boy.
Shop small business on Amazon.
At Lowe's, this Veterans Day and every day, verified military members, veterans, and their spouses get automatic silver status in My Lowe's Rewards with free standard shipping, plus 10% off eligible purchases with no annual limit. It's one way we honor and give back to those who have served and still do. Learn more now at lowes.com/military. 10% discount can't be combined with another offer. Exclusions, terms, and conditions apply. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What if comparing car insurance rates was as easy as putting on your favorite podcast? With Progressive, it is. Just visit the Progressive website to quote with all the coverages you want. You'll see Progressive's direct rate, then their tool will provide options from other companies so you can compare. All you need to do is choose the rate and coverage you like. Quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
The Men's Room presents Profile This.
And Stephen Throwhook, could you please tell everyone how Profile This is played?
Oh, sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story. Something that happened right here on planet Earth. Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Hello, Dave. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola, pecholas.
Hola. All right, Dave, you understand how this here game is played?
Yes, I do.
Fantastic. You have your choice of one of three stories today. Today, we offer you the wonderful world of drugs. We have Hit Me With Your Best Shot, where you guess the unconventional object that someone chose to use as a weapon. And finally today, we have Animalize This, where you guess the animal responsible for causing the problem.
Let's do some drugs.
All right. We go to the fine state of Iowa, where a man has been charged after police say he ran naked up and down a hotel hallway while high and caused more than $25,000 in damages. 46-year-old Gary Stanley. He got high, stripped naked, before running around the second floor of the Courtyard by Marriott right there in Bettendorf, Iowa. Now, police say Stanley, he set off a fire alarm, forcing an evacuation, then sprayed 2 fire extinguishers throughout the floor. That's what caused the $25,000 in damage. An officer was injured while trying to place Stanley under arrest. Police said they later put Stanley in a full-body restraint because he was kicking the back windows of the squad car. And shockingly, drugs were found in Stanley's sock. Now, he's been charged with criminal mischief, disorderly conduct, and interference with an official act causing injury.
He was naked running down the hallway, but he had his socks on?
I don't know if he had his socks on or when they went to grab the rest of his...
All right.
I do not know. This
Seems
is
like
a
a
weird
move.
If the giblets are out, that counts as naked, even if you're wearing socks.
You know, that's a good point. If your giblets are out, you're naked. And again, he was charged with criminal mischief, disorderly conduct, and interference with official acts causing injury. And nowhere in here are they popping him on the drug charges. Okay, you do the math. Anyway, the question is, what drug was Stanley high on? Was it PCP? Was it crack? Was it mushrooms? Or was it cocaine? So PCP, crack, shrooms, or coke?
Well, I think Stanley was listening to some Slipknot on PCP and just had to run wild.
PCP. That is very specific, yeah. Oh, Iowa.
Yeah.
I got you.
I'm going to go mushrooms, Dave.
Yeah. Good. And he's naked, so it adds up to PCP. I'm with Miles, though. I think he's tripping on mushrooms.
Okay.
Mushrooms.
What was this guy on? PCP, crack, mushrooms, or coke? We'll find out next.
That was a tease.
You are listening to The Men's Room.
In communities across the country, hourly Amazon employees earn an average of over $23 an hour, with opportunities to grow their career and their paycheck. Learn more at aboutamazon.com.
At Lowe's, this Veterans Day and every day, verified military members, veterans, and their spouses get automatic silver status in My Lowe's Rewards with free standard shipping, plus 10% off eligible purchases with no annual limit. It's one way we honor and give back to those who have served and still do. Learn more now at lowes.com/military. 10% discount can't be combined with another offer. Exclusions, terms, and conditions apply. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What if comparing car insurance rates was as easy as putting on your favorite podcast? With Progressive, it is. Just visit the Progressive website to quote with all the coverages you want. You'll see Progressive's direct rate, then their tool will provide options from other companies so you can compare. All you need to do is choose the rate and coverage you like. Quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Categories drugs on profile. Don't forget an Iowa man charged after running naked, high on drugs in a Marriott down the hallway. Set off the fire alarm and then did $25,000 in damage with, what do you use?
2 fire extinguishers.
Oh, he was using fire extinguishers.
Yep.
Also injured an officer. Question is, what was this guy on? PCP, crack, mushrooms, or coke?
And Dave, that is the very question that we posed to you. Let us start with the Ted Smith and Miles Montgomery. Both of whom picked shrooms. It was not shrooms. And Dave, not only did you say PCP, but specifically listening to Slipknot. No, it was not PCP. It's straight up cocaine.
I'll be damned.
Oh, straight up cocaine. Yeah. That's why I did the story. I'm like, he's naked, he's hostile, he's going crazy. PCP's the obvious answer. There's coke. Damn.
Now for all TV news all the time, Tapper TV time with T.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
All right. Your choices today, you got the Jimmys,
Fallon and Kibble,
Seth Meyers, Stephen Colbert, or Ted Smith.
Is it Ted or is it late night?
It is right there. The title I sketch have talented teams of writers help them come up with their monologues each and every night. It is up to you to determine, is this an actual late night joke and from whom, or could it be a The Ted Smith original?
Deli meat prices are hitting record highs. You know these are crazy times when eating a Lunchable is considered bougie.
Fallon.
Ted.
Fallon.
Deli meat prices are hitting record high. You know these are crazy times when eating Lunchables is considered bougie.
That's a word I could spell.
Bougie?
Yeah.
Huh. Go figure.
I know. Charmin is making headlines with its colossal Forever roll. A 1,700 sheet toilet paper roll the company claims is big enough to last an entire month. The real question is, who has a toilet paper holder this big?
Hey, Ted Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me.
Where are you going to put it?
I saw the picture of that, and I'm like, it's not that I could not fit it in my home, but there's no toilet paper area where it would fit. I'd have to, hang it from the ceiling.
Yeah.
Seems a little gratuitous for toilet paper.
Yeah, I don't know. Or just, yeah. The U.S. government has charged 2 NBA players and a coach in gambling schemes. The accused are Portland Trail Blazers coach Chauncey Billups, retired player Damon Jones, and Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier. Federal officials allege that people close to Rozier placed more than $200,000 in wages on Rozier's under statistics after he told them he planned to leave the game early with a supposed injury. This is terrible. Can't fake an injury. This isn't soccer.
Kimmel.
Colbert.
The U.S. government has charged an NBA coach and 2 players in gambling schemes. The accused are Portland Trail Blazers coach Chauncey Billups, retired player Damon Jones, and Miami Heat point guard Terry Rozier. Federal officials allege that people close to Rozier placed more than $200,000 in wagers on Rozier's under statistics after he told them he planned to leave the game early with a supposed injury. That is terrible. You can't fake an injury. This isn't soccer.
A pig named Norbert set a Guinness World Record by skateboarding 33 feet in under 12 seconds, while the previous record holder was delicious.
Seth.
A pig named Norbert recently set a Guinness World Record by skateboarding 33 feet in under 12 seconds, while the previous record holder was Delicious.
So last night, again, sports equinox, all 4 major sports, plus MLS going. A couple interesting things, right? The Monday Night Football game sucked.
Yep.
And then, I mean, goddamn, the Chiefs are going to be the Chiefs.
I know.
I mean, you knew it was coming.
It's so annoying.
Also, the baseball game went 18 innings.
Yes, it did.
Now, this is the second time there's been a baseball game in the World Series go this long. Both national anthems sung by Brad Paisley.
Okay. Really?
Which is just kind of an interesting
Well,
stat.
you also think about, I mean, look, the Blue Jays played the Mariners to 14.
Yeah.
So they've kind of already played 2 doubleheaders within 2 series.
Yep. So obviously during the game, some of the TV announcers, they were a little worried about the organ player.
11:50 in Los Angeles.
Oh, organ player.
Do they have a backup organist, or is this poor guy had to do the whole game? Dieter doesn't stop the whole game. His fingers just go forever. Yeah, strong fingers,
which is kind of funny, right? And then obviously the game did end right before midnight. So it's almost 3 a.m. in Toronto on the East Coast with Freddie Freeman with a walk-off.
11:50 in Los Angeles. Freeman sends a fly ball to center field. Varsho's going back before the catch strikes midnight. Freddie Freeman has ended it. It's a repeat hero with the last word on a Game 3 classic.
Yeah. Look, I'll be one of the first people to walk out of a game early. You're at the World Series. You can't.
No.
All right, so here's my thing.
You can't.
They kept cutting the celebrities, and I was like, what if Rob Lowe is just like, I got to get out of here?
I got to trust the Biebs. The Biebs. You guys going to leave?
Right. And you know what? Props to Bieber. He is Canadian. They were like, what's he doing in his Toronto jersey? He's like, he's Canadian.
Yes, because he's from Canada. Man.
Yeah.
Do you even have to ask that? Even if he's not from Canada, a Blue Jays fan? I don't know. Why do you wear a jersey?
Miles, I'm with you. I thought about that too, right?
Especially if you have some of those up-close seats.
But it's a World Series game, so I think you just say screw it.
Colonel Sanders stayed for the entire 18.
Yeah.
He was behind the plate.
The Marlins guy was there?
Yeah.
Have you heard why that guy is dressed up as Colonel Sanders?
No.
Because they've got a new chicken sandwich or something.
No. The theory is there was this Japanese team, right?
All right.
And they won a championship. And what was per tradition for their fans is they would jump into the river afterwards. But you have to look like one of the players. They had an American on the team. Obviously, none of these guys in Japan look like that guy.
Yeah.
So they stole this Colonel Sanders from a KFC, it's like the 80s, and they throw it into this river. Now, this team doesn't win, and it became the curse of the Colonel for this Japanese baseball team. It got so bad, they finally had to dig him out. They spent forever looking for him. They dig him out, and this team wins again. So the theory is that this fan is trying to curse the Japanese players on the Dodgers by dressing as Colonel Sanders. It'd be like going
deep.
If you hope the Cubs are going to lose and you're dressed as a billy goat.
Right, exactly.
Right?
Okay. All right. That's funny.
I mean, look, I read too much sports stuff that maybe it's a plea for KFC, but I don't think so. I think this guy's like, screw.
Well, if it is, it's expert trolling. But you're not going to stop Ohtani no matter what. Well, actually, they're not going to pitch to him anymore. So he's always going to be on base.
I know. And then the other crazy thing I heard about Ohtani is that he learned to be a better opposite field hitter because one coach was like, we're losing too many balls. So he's like, all right. And they had to go get extra baseballs last night.
Really?
I mean, that's how long that game was going. And
it's 2 games.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah. But that's awesome for the World Series, man. I mean, that's what you are.
It is.
If you're watching as a passive, if you're a Blue Jays or a Dodgers fan, a lot of stress. But for the rest of us, it's just awesome.
I bet downtown Toronto was dead today.
It would have to.
I mean, I'm coming in at noon.
Yeah,
man.
it's 3 in the morning.
There's no way.
Yeah. Well, it's weird, too. Imagine, the game starts at 8, so you sit down with a couple buddies at the local bar or whatever. You can get some wings, watch
Bars
the game.
Closing.
Yeah.
Like, what do you do at 2 o'clock, right?
I wonder if you get...
do you lock the door and keep people in? Just like, hell with it.
Maybe, I mean, Canada's a little looser than we are, but I don't know. If your bar's supposed to close at 2, even though the game is still on, maybe the cops would just be passive about it. Like, look,
They're watching the game, too.
You're breaking the law, but we completely understand. And do you mind if we come in to watch, too? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That is why I will take the West Coast sports watching
absolutely
every day
man.
of the week. Let me get up at 9 a.m. to watch college football. All right, these are a list of the 10 most ridiculous movie monsters ever.
All right.
Ridiculous movie monsters. All right.
Number 10 is right up your guys' alley. Did you guys ever see Never Too Young to Die?
No.
There was an evil genius hermaphrodite. It was Gene Simmons.
Oh, really?
Oh, I have seen that. Yeah.
I'm a hermaphrodite.
From Kiss. Yeah. It was as dumb as you think it is. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah.
There was a movie in 2007 called Teeth.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The vagina dentata.
Yes.
You guys have seen Teeth?
I have not seen the movie,
no, you
but I remember.
I have seen it.
Did you eat popcorn when you watched it?
Well, sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
vagina dentata,
was,
which frankly sounds like an Italian dish I would order.
Was she trying to just get with as many guys as possible? Then when they start the business, they would just get cut off?
So it was more her learning that she had this condition and then basically learning how to harness it to then enact her revenge on the men that wronged her.
Oh,
I like that
gotcha.
it takes her a while to figure out that her vagina has teeth.
Well, no, it's a very daunting thing that she does. It's weird.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a girl power movie. It's a girl power horror movie. So and it's funny. Honestly, it's kind of a horror comedy.
Well, her vagina has teeth. It has to be funny.
You don't actually see it. So
From 1975, there was a giant spider that's actually a Volkswagen in disguise. The Giant Spider Invasion.
Oh, God, that sounds
Nice.
like a terrible B movie.
Yeah, these are the most ridiculous movie monsters ever. Robert, the Killer Car Tire from Rubber, 2010.
oh my god,
Killer car tire.
yeah. He
Okay.
just runs into people.
It just keeps rolling down the road.
I thought this could be more like a cocaine bear.
Right.
Yeah.
Shark tornado.
Sharknado.
Sharknado, yeah.
Sharknado.
But do those count as horror movies?
I mean, yeah, to a degree.
I don't know.
Then there's Couchzilla.
the hell is that?
It was a couch that was eating people. There's the Velocipaster.
How do you read these reviews and go, this is for me tonight?
Because you also know what they are. They're
Yeah, I think these are all
Okay,
kind of like
right.
killer clowns from outer space.
Zombievers.
Right. Thanks, killing.
From Ice Pirates, 1984, you have the Space Harpy.
Yeah. I loved that movie when I was young, man.
What?
That movie cracked me the F up.
Okay.
It really did. It's not a good movie, but for whatever reason, when I'm 15, I thought it was hysterical.
All right, 1977, from Deathbed, the Beth that eats, you have the Demon Bed.
The Demon Bed. Okay.
I guess it just ate people.
Or it's just a demon. Just possesses them.
Well, I hope it was in a hotel.
It's got to be, right? Nobody would be like...
If you're dead, you one house shot, you're kind of out.
Giant killer bunny robots from Night of the Lepus.
Wow.
Lepus? I don't know. These
I wish I could help you on these, Ted.
These are some deep ones. The Vampire Turkey Man from Book Freak.
Vampire Turkey Man.
So he's half man, half turkey.
But all vampire.
But all...
Of course he is.
Yeah.
Wow.
All vampire.
All vampire.
What movie
all
were
the
you
time.
in again?
I was the lead in, I was the turkey vampire.
Well, he's not, again, it's not Blood Freak. The movie was Book Freak.
Book Freak. Oh,
Yeah.
my God. Okay.
Yeah. So you got all these kind of evil characters out there. Yeah. And then Village of the Giants, 1965. They had annoying giant teenagers.
Annoying giant. You don't have to
That
make
would
them giant.
suck. Yeah, right. It somehow is worse if they're giant.
And you thought Hollywood had run out of ideas now.
No, all of those are original.
Well, there's
To their
Killer
credit.
Tomatoes. You remember those?
I'll bet there's a sequel to one of those movies.
There's got to.
You know what I think would be scary? Giant toddlers.
They're just reckless. They have
Yeah.
no idea.
They got those
Right?
hard bottom shoes on.
Nothing can take them down.
Then there was a llama one. What was
Sometimes
that
they
called?
fall over
llama.
very quickly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Take down buildings.
And they're never really positive what they want.
And you feel bad if you try to bring harm to a baby.
Llamageddon.
Llamageddon.
They shoot lasers from their eyes.
All right.
Llamageddon.
You have Game 4 of the World Series on tonight if you want to check that out.
Thank you, Ted. We appreciate it. You're listening to The Men's Room.
Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go. Just another day until Walmart as a man shoots himself in the leg. Meanwhile, a couple breaks into a restaurant in Arizona, had some sex and drinks from the cage.
Yeah, baby.
While a surfboard washes up 1,500 miles away, a man goes on a destructive spree, and pumpkins were his prey. And 172 schools give students the wrong final exam. It is time for your headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's my cop.
The top story we got in New Jersey, where it's important to follow through with your appointments. A woman was brought to court after her response to being stood up. She had texted a friend with benefits of sorts, saying a simple hello, which was responded to with a charming, bring your ass. This was an understood booty call exchange between the two. Bring your ass. But on her way over, our Prince Charming managed to nod off on the couch. Always a great idea when you got somebody on the way. Unable to hear her and wake up when she got there, she didn't take too kindly to the situation, going to the nearby Conoco, buying some materials, and setting the man's home on fire.
I mean, damn.
She bought lighter fluid and a lighter and like a whole bunch of other stuff.
But that tells me she's really good in bed.
I mean, yeah, probably.
If she's that crazy, you mean?
Yeah.
He was forced to remove an entire window frame in order to make his exit, and he ran to the local police department to file a report. The case has drawn on for 6 years, with the betrayed woman facing upwards of 8 years behind bars on serious charges. They were talking about knocking off a handful of other charges for a plea deal in which she'd get, I think, a guaranteed
6.5.
Yeah, 6.5 years. But still, yet again, you walked to the Conoco after getting stood up. And I get it, you're upset.
But you never talked yourself out of following through on this.
Right. Talked about the wasted money of going all the way over there. But now you're going to waste more money to then basically commit murder. Like, she had texted
Right.
him, like, I hope you die, and did this whole thing. And good work. That's how we're going to roll.
Yeah, you try to calm down at some point.
Right.
That's all.
At no point just think, you know what, maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe he's not for me.
That could be it.
No, he's not for anybody. That's what we're deciding here. Okay. In other news, insult was added to injury for a restaurant in Scottsdale, Arizona. They arrived to work to find that they had been burglarized, but luckily they had surveillance cameras. They checked the footage to find out the extent of the losses and discovered that the job was pulled off by a couple, a man and a woman, that made off with $450, liquor, and the host telephone of the restaurant. Side note, interesting poll.
Yeah.
But the reason that this is in headlines is what they did to hype themselves up before the heist. The couple took advantage of the rose-covered patio that the restaurant offers for a photo opportunity and got down to business before getting down to business with the burglary.
All right.
Asking anyone with information to come forward. You know what? Looking at what they stole, this was not a we're pulling a job.
Right.
This was, I know how to break into this restaurant. They stole $450. That means they cracked open a cash register.
Took the money.
Took the booze.
Said,
took the phone because that's a nice phone. Right. You want to just knock this out here real quick? This is my romantic date for you, baby.
Happy Valentine's Day, mama.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it's a rush having sex right before you rob a place.
Sure. And you know, I honestly think robbing the place was more about the sex than anything else.
All right.
You know, I would think that you would do it afterwards.
Like we had sex first, and then you go like, since we're in here.
Well, I think it was I think they did it while they were in there, and then, took advantage of while they were in there to do that. I think they just wanted the rush of being in some place that they weren't supposed to. We might get caught. We might, And then they ensured that they were going to get caught by robbing the damn place.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Like, just don't touch anything. It'll be fine. You just get caught having sex, and then they're going to say, who are these people? And then nothing's going to ever happen.
Right.
Now you stole. Good work. Over to Tampa, where one young man isn't in the holiday spirit. Authorities were called to... This is so stupid. Authorities were called to a local Target on reports of a vandal that had returned to the scene of the crime. They stopped their man and took him back into a back room where they showed him the video evidence of his crime, grabbing pumpkins offered for sale outside of the store and smashing them one by one on the ground.
Really, man?
I know. He just, one right after the other, just spiking them into the ground. He admitted that someone on Facebook had made him angry, causing him to lash out, with the pumpkins being the victims.
Okay.
Because
I guess the pumpkins hit him up on Facebook.
Yeah. I don't know.
Somebody's got to pay for those.
Exactly. Seeing as his outburst cost upwards of $500 worth of innocent merchandise, he was arrested and faces charges.
Which in for? Smashing pumpkins.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't it?
Yeah, the story sure made use of the smashing
they did.
humor
Of
all
course.
over the place. You know, infinite sorrow and all that.
It does sound like he was suffering from melancholy.
Mm-hmm. He just went, when they arrested him.
Despite all his rage, he was still arrested. And now he's a rat in a cage. And just in case those stories have a bad taste in your mouth.
Thankfully, there's good news.
Or our puns. We go to New Zealand, where the lost get found. A local man was out kite surfing when he hit a bit of a snag on his day full of fun. His kite ended up getting caught in the water, causing him to be pulled out to sea and forcing him to detach from the kite in order to swim back to shore. Like, he just had to unhook from the thing because it was pulling him out. On his way back in, he noticed a surfboard floating in an odd spot, and he investigated. Due to the shape of the board and the barnacles on the underside, he determined the board had not originated in that area, which is weird that he could tell by the shape. He said, we don't surf on these boards out here. They're for deeper waters. Greater and deeper waters. So he knew that it wasn't from there. He put it up on surfing forums and discovered that the owner had lost it about 18 months ago when he and his family were on vacation in Tasmania, 1,500 miles away.
Damn.
The board's owner plans to bring it back home soon, as they've already planned a trip out that way for a wedding in the near future. Somebody, I don't know if it was a meteorologist or something like that, but somebody put numbers together that there is a very, very, very slim chance that thing rode the East Australian current and caught it at just the perfect spot to have sailed all the way around the world and landed back in that spot. There is a very small chance that could have happened.
That's kind of cool.
That's
crazy.
I would tell people that it did that regardless of whether or not we actually discovered it. This thing went all the way around the world. Men's Room Sports, as Ted said, you got college football on ESPN2 and Game 4 of the World Series over on Fox, basketball on NBC, and hockey over on ESPN. The Kraken are hosting the Canadians tonight here at home. Puck drops at 7:30 over on Kong. If you're at the game, look for Ryan Castle. He will buy you a beer at Climate Pledge Arena.
Nice.
Oh, that's so nice of Ryan.
Yeah, man.
He's a really great dude, man.
Yeah.
Well, they got the Men's Room IP and the bright yellow can there.
They'll buy it for you.
Yeah. And a shot.
The big one.
We're expecting some evening rain tonight for our weather that should clear up to partly cloudy. Tomorrow we're expecting partly cloudy skies and a high of 58. It's coming, boys. That's it for your headlines with that, Mike Hawkins.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. See you next time for the return of Who Sucks Less. Jolene is up in seconds.
Yes, indeed. It's all true. But in the meantime, well, we be all about this bitch. So until tomorrow, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network.
Oh, man!
A Double Flush production.
To remind you that 60% of sales on Amazon come from independent sellers, here's John from Devil Dog Pet Company.
We run our family business from Sterling Heights, Michigan, but we can reach customers all over the country thanks to Amazon. Good boy.
Shop small business on Amazon.
At Lowe's, this Veterans Day and every day, verified military members, veterans, and their spouses get automatic silver status in My Lowe's Rewards with free standard shipping, plus 10% off eligible purchases with no annual limit. It's one way we honor and give back to those who have served and still do. Learn more now at lowes.com/military. 10% discount can't be combined with another offer. Exclusions, terms, and conditions apply. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Coming at you live from Auto Trader, here's New Car Energy.
They're searching inventory. You can make a budget for your wallet to help you succeed. It's smarter car shopping just for
Find
you.
your next ride at autotrader.com, powered by Auto Intelligence.
Is your business ready for what's next? Think about where you want to be in 3 years, 5 years, 10. Growth isn't about numbers. It's having the right specialist by your side. Moss Adams and Baker Tilly have joined forces to create a remarkable new organization. It's one advisory firm with resources, expertise, and vision built specifically to serve the middle market to help you get to what's next. Learn how Baker Tilly can help your business pursue its vision of success. Visit bakertilly.com/combo.